Classic last night. Game one, the Spurs take it from the Thunder in OKC in double overtime. Wemby had an MVP performance on the night. SGA received his trophy for that award. 41 points, 24 rebounds. Dylan Harper added 24 points, 11 rebounds, 7 steals to go along with 6 assists. Spurs and Thunder will play Game 2 tomorrow night in OKC. Tip-off at 7:30.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Oh my goodness, I'm still fired up from last night's game. What a game in Oklahoma City last night. Oh my goodness. Hi everybody, this is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix, and my goodness, Jason.
122-115 double overtime. And you think about the ebbs and flows, the roller coasters. I know I said Spurs in 6, and I'm staying with that. But I'll take 18 of those. I mean,
no kidding,
that
man.
was playoff basketball.
Dude, that was one of the best basketball games I think I've seen in a long time. It was incredible. Just back and forth, 2 heavyweight teams going head to head, and it was fantastic. I've been on the edge of my seat the entire game. It was incredible.
The idea of what we talked about yesterday and what we expected this series to be. And at one point I said yesterday, I hope this series lives up to the hype. Well, game 1 certainly did.
Oh, my.
And obviously the Spurs won, so we feel a hell of a lot better than I imagine they're talking about there on the Sports Animal in Oklahoma City.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you know, it's one game. That's all. Still a long series to go.
I don't know. Somebody said yesterday, last night was an absolute must-win for the Thunder.
Chris Broussard.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that Oklahoma City's just going to throw in the towel. It's over.
Well, look. I mean, the reality is you look at all of that, and let's digest it. With you, dial us up, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. A lot of times we'll clear the deck, if you will, when we have to have a therapy session. We're the same mentality today, but a celebratory session, if you will, because last night's game had everything. So many different talking points. Where do you want to go? And let's underscore this. The Spurs got game 1 last night without De'Aaron Fox.
Yep.
When you think about when I heard, and I had just gotten home, De'Aaron Fox not playing.
Yes.
I was like, son of a... admittedly, I thought, well, all right, hopefully he's ready for game 2. Decided not to place any bets. And Dylan Harper, dude, and they're a better team. They might be a better team defensively with Dylan Harper in that starting lineup. But you missed the offense. You missed the steadiness that De'Aaron Fox offers. I mean, Steph Castle, finishes with 17 points, have 11 assists, but 11 turnovers, dude.
Oh, I know it.
I mean... The Spurs did everything they could to lose that game last night, but Wemby would not let them lose that game last night.
Well, look, I mean, let's all give Wemby a big hand for that half-court three-pointer, because if he doesn't make that, we're talking about a Spurs loss.
Well, and your head's exploding about why would you take that shot?
I know, that's one of the...
No,
yeah! Yes!
I mean, even one of I read in Mike Finger's column today. Just the reaction of some of his teammates. Now, I don't know that I'm completely buying the high basketball IQ of time on the clock that was setting him up for a 2-for-1. But I'll go with it because it went in. But when you're in that kind of rhythm, when you're in that kind of zone, why not? But I mean, I'll love that shot forever. I mean, I'm trying to think. And I was having a conversation with a friend of mine this morning. Where do you put that shot? Now, I don't know that it goes anywhere until the Spurs go win a title. If the Spurs win a title this year, then that shot might be right behind the Memorial Day Miracle.
Could be.
Or right behind Robert Horry in Detroit.
Could be.
Or it might go in the category of Tim Duncan's great shot against the Lakers before Derek Fisher point forward, right? I mean, the series isn't over. The season isn't over, but how will we remember that shot is ultimately going to be determined on if we have a parade in a couple of weeks.
I tell you what, it was a crazy shot when he pulled up and oh my gosh, I was like, what are you doing? Don't do that. And it goes right in. I mean, it was nothing to it. And I think that literally broke Oklahoma City's will right there because they weren't good in the second overtime. But there were 26 seconds left in the first overtime when Wemby makes that shot. He misses it. You assume Oklahoma City's getting the rebound, Spurs foul, and it's probably all said and done. But he made it, and here we are sitting talking about a big Spurs win.
And again, you want to talk about it, you want to react to it. I already see a ton of comments on YouTube. I mean, there's so many different ways to go. We haven't even come up with a poll question yet. If you have an idea, you want to play producer for a day, call Pledge with a poll question idea because we've got 83 of them that we can't agree on. So we don't have a poll yet, but you can comment there. Like I said, the old-fashioned way, 656-ESPN, 656-3776 on Twitter, at Joe Reinagle 210. Tweet at me, at Jason Minix. PJ Carlesimo will join us coming up at 3:35. And so many things I want to talk to with PJ, but one of them, as a coach, you're doing the radio broadcast on ESPN Radio, and you see a dude pull up from midcourt for that three. What's going through your mind as a coach? Because for the life of me, I can't figure out if that was the right basketball play or not. Because when you hear the whole 2-for-1 thing, the math kind of worked. I mean, I get it. But also, when you got a guy that can just is in that kind of a zone, let him go do his thing. I don't know. How many times does he make that shot? Him 10 times, does he make it once? Yeah, well, I know, but it's kind of like, oh, my gosh. It's like I couldn't believe it. He made it, though, and that's what's important, and that's all that really matters. But I really believe that shot, he reached into the Oklahoma City Thunder's chest and ripped out their heart for that particular game because they were not the same in the second overtime. I think they thought they had that game won in the first overtime, and Wemby ripped their heart out. It's possible. I thought the Spurs had that thing won at the end of regulation. Sure. In the first overtime. The fact that those two teams each scored 7 points in the first overtime, and then the Spurs outscored them by a touchdown, 14-7, in the second overtime. Everybody's talking about minutes. Cool. Everybody played a whole lot of minutes last night, so fatigue is fatigue when you get ready for game 2 tomorrow night. But I mean, do the good, the bad, the ugly, because last night's game, and I know it's cliche to say, instant classic. And if we get a few more of those, Spurs are going to be in really good. I mean, as a basketball fan, we're going to be in really good shape. But the question, if you're Oklahoma City, how do you defend Wemby? They couldn't figure it out in the regular season, and they couldn't really figure it out last night. A good friend of mine that is in the media market now in Oklahoma City texted me last night. How do you stop this guy? And I was like, you don't. You just don't. And I'll live every day of the week with Alex Caruso doing what he did if SGA is going to do what he didn't do last night. Well, Caruso's not going to do that. Now that's what I'm saying. Caruso's been playing well, but he's not going to do that. He was fantastic kept the Thunder in the ball game. Especially early on in that thing, and he's not going to do that. But you got to figure SGA is going to shoot better. He had some open shots, although the defense on him was pretty good. He just wasn't hitting them, and he hasn't been playing well, including the Lakers series. To be totally honest with you, so here's what I would if I'm the Thunder. I don't care what Wemby does offensively. What would concern me if I'm the coach of the OKC Thunder is why do my players pull up
and are scared to go in the paint. I get Wemby 7 foot, whatever the hell he is, and he's going to swat ball. But at some point in time, you got to test the man, don't you? And maybe try to get him in foul trouble. I don't know how many times I saw SGA or Williams or whomever, Caruso even at times. You get into the paint, you see Wemby there, and they're turning around.
Well, yeah.
Well, but dude, at some time you got to challenge him, don't you?
You know what? I think a squirrel said that to you last week and became a bump. Sometimes, those guys look like the squirrels crossing the road. They're starting, and then they realize, nope, and they go back the other way. And if you try to challenge Wemby, you become a speed bump. You, of all people, Mr. Squirrel Killer, know this.
There's got to be something you can do. I mean, the man, he is, I think he's human. I'm not sure. Wemby.
He's an alien.
I don't know what he is.
He's an alien that realizes there's 8 billion people on Earth and none can stop him.
If you are the Oklahoma City Thunder, you have to, if Wemby's going to do that offensively, I think you can live with it. I honestly do. And because they had a chance to win the game. But it's defense that they got to figure out. And Chet Holmgren, as much as I did Rudy Gobert, soft Frenchie, Chet Holmgren's not much better. I mean, is he? Yeah, I mean, he's scared of Wemby. He's scared of him. You think Oklahoma City's listening to the show?
I imagine there's some people up there that are listening.
Well, I'm just one like the coach and coaching staff.
If they're listening to us for a scouting report, they should all be fired.
I got it. This is a great compliment by Tatted Hot Biscuits.
Oh.
I'm giving tips to OKC. Like they got, let's hear what Reinigle has to say. Maybe he's got some tips that we can use.
I say that to some of these high school coaches. Like, I don't want to send you my 2 deep because, you might share it with the other guy. Like, if another coach is calling me trying to figure out there's something wrong. But again, SGA, the MVP, talked about Wemby and his defense.
Yeah, you just got to be aggressive, also just be smart, I think, more than anything. He obviously is very big at the rim.
Yeah.
But we still found cracks in it at times. We just got to be willing to work possessions and make sure we get the best shot each time down, and just be patient with that.
Yeah, I don't know, because even late, SGA said there was nothing going on.
Honestly, I feel like they loosened up a bit in their coverages, and I just felt it was what the game needed to try to be aggressive, touch the paint, make plays. Didn't make enough of them tonight personally, but I think that's what the game needed.
See, and I think one of the things that you saw last night late, and that forced another overtime. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, forced the second overtime, where Wemby could not come over and help, and SGA ended up with the easy layup. Because had Wemby left his man to go try to block SGA at the rim, he would have passed, and it would have been a wide-open 3, and that was the difference between having the game tied or potentially being down 1. Wemby made the right play. Let's play 5 more minutes because a 3 right there beats you.
I disagree with that completely. You've got SGA driving to the basket. I'd take my chances with him hitting a corner 3. All day long. But SGA, that's automatic.
It is automatic, but I think Wemby made the right play.
I don't.
I'll sacrifice that
completely.
and not give up the open 3.
I disagree with that completely. I do, because I'd take my chances with Oklahoma City hitting a 3-pointer with SGA driving to the rack with an easy layup.
And I'll tell you the other reason why that I was okay with Wemby not helping, because if SGA doesn't pass and goes and you're there, mm-hmm. and they blow the whistle, and now he gets the end 1, mm-hmm. and you lose that way. I thought that was the right play there. But that's the kind of stuff I expect to see Oklahoma City try to do more, is the defense that, and I forget who was talking about it on SportsCenter either last night or this morning, Mitch Johnson saw what the Lakers did to SGA, and the Spurs have better defenders and a Wemby backing them up. The defense was great, and the reality is he didn't get a lot of the calls that SGA normally gets.
No, he didn't.
Which I was thankful for.
Well, he didn't get a lot of them, but I don't think SGA wasn't that aggressive. And you've got to be somewhat aggressive to get calls, and Oklahoma City was not. And so San Antonio was a much more aggressive team last night. I just think that, look, SGA and all of those guards are going to have to figure out a way to get aggressive, try to force Wemby to get into foul trouble, or figure out a way to somehow, some way get to the rack when Wemby's in the game. And it looks like with what we saw from Luke Cornett last night, Wemby might want to have to play the entire game. Because when Cornett came in the game, it was like game on. And no offense to Cornett, he's just a regular human being.
He's not Wemby.
He's not Wemby. And they will attack him. Well, they won't do that to Wemby.
No, and I'll live with Caruso beating the Spurs more so than SGA. Gary Murphy on YouTube says, Joe, you're nuts. Caruso was on fire. Sure, he was last night, but and now Caruso, they even talked about it last night on the TV broadcast, a big reason why Oklahoma City won. He's a great role player.
Absolutely.
But do you expect Caruso to consistently in this series to have a night like he had last night where he came off the bench and hit 8 of 14 three-pointers?
No.
So, again, it's one of those pick your poisons. I'm not going to let you, Shea, beat us. If somebody else gets hot and we lose, man, all right, I'll live with that result. I appreciated the plan that Mitch Johnson and that staff had last night defensively of, all right, you're not going to beat us. Somebody else will have to beat us. And Caruso, he had one of those nights in a losing effort. Do you count? That'd be like Julian Champagnie having one of the nights. And we've seen Julian do it, where he's hit 5, 6, whatever, three-pointers. But damn well he's not going to do that night in and night out. Neither is Alex Caruso.
Well, no, he's not. But we talked about it yesterday. What role player was going to step up and help SGA and help Wemby? Last night it was Dylan Harper, especially defensively, and he did 24 points. Yeah. He was fantastic. And for OKC, it was Caruso. So I think it's going to be a different cast of characters every night, quite frankly. You're going to have your two stars, and SGA's got to show up. If he doesn't show up, plays like he did last night the entire series, OKC loses this series.
Although I will say, and you bring up role players, I'm concerned with our bench guys. Carter Bryant, you're allowed to go swim for 3 minutes, then you got to come back to shore. Keldon Johnson, you're 6th man of the year, couple of bad rotations and got benched.
Yeah.
That's concerning. You got 5 minutes, 6 minutes from Harrison Barnes, about 10 poor minutes from Luke Cornett. Dylan Harper started last night, so his 46 minutes, but my goodness, the Spurs bench was thin, and that's concerning as this series moves forward.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what OKC does, but what Mitch did to SGA last night was the same thing he was doing to Anthony Edwards. They were trapping him, trying to get the ball out of his hand, and it worked. Does OKC have an answer for that? Because I'll tell you, Harper and Castle defensively, dude, they're incredible. They really are, and it's fantastic. Now Castle, he's got to hang on to the basketball. 11 turnovers is not good, obviously, and so he's got to hang on to the basketball. But the Spurs were more aggressive on the glass. They were just a more aggressive team all the way around. I think they were more aggressive on the glass. And that's what's going to win you games. Now, again, Oklahoma City's good enough to stay in that game, to rally back, to send that thing to multiple overtimes. Again, Steph Castle said leaving the floor, that was the hardest game he has ever played in. He said that to a camera, that was the hardest game he has ever played in. And it's going to be that way every single time.
Let's be honest. If you watched that game last night and you weren't exhausted at the end, you were playing solitaire or something while the game was on.
Yeah.
We were all exhausted when that thing was over and we didn't play. Imagine what it was like playing in that game. Incredible.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We're going to talk a lot of Spurs. If you got a phone line like Adriel, I hope I said that right, stay there. We will get to you when we return. Spurs get a huge win last night, game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, and Wemby comes up amazingly big in that victory. More Spurs talk coming up as we continue here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hello.
I didn't make it into medical school, Dad.
Huh?
I didn't have an A in all my subjects, so I can't get in.
What do you mean, all these years I supported you, all the money I poured into your education, you don't get all A's? What was your bad subject? Chemistry, physiology, what?
No, Dad, spelling.
Spelling?
Yeah.
What, was it some funny microorganisms you couldn't spell or what?
No, Kinetico.
Kinetico?
Yeah.
You mean the water conditioner that uses no electricity? Are you kidding? Everybody knows how to spell Kinetico.
Not me.
Everybody knows Kinetico is the water conditioning company that revolutionized the water industry.
Sorry, Dad.
Everybody knows that Kinetico is spelled Kinetico.
I thought the instructor said Connecticut. That
Oh,
means Coast
son,
Little
you should have
State.
remembered kinetic as in kinetic energy with an O on the end. Kinetico. Kinetico. Spell it Kinetico.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Kinetico. SA.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Pool days call for cookouts and lots of laundry. This Memorial Day at Lowe's, save $80 on a Charbroil Performance Series 4-burner gas grill, now just $199. Plus, get up to 45% off select major appliances to keep dishes, clothes, and food fresh. Having fun in the sun is easy with us in your corner. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/27. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See associate or Lowe's.com for details.
Not loving your AT&T or T-Mobile bill? Yeah, we've been hearing that a lot. Good news. Bring your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to Verizon and we'll give you a better deal. So get away from that unfortunate phone bill and get to Verizon. Run, ride, canoe. Whatever it takes, we'll be here. Bring your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal on the best network. A better deal. No surprises. That's Verizon. Best network based on root metrics, best overall mobile network performance, U.S. second half 2025. All rights reserved. Must provide a recent consumer mobile bill in the name of the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, Game 2. Spurs Thunder. Doubt it lives up to the Game 1 hype, but can we go up 2-0?
We got a Game 1. Did the Knicks take care of business in the Garden and talk about 50 minutes of play for your favorite Spur? Are they going to be able to bounce back? So much to talk about. Get your coffee. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Spurs got numbers hungry now behind the plate. 5 on 4. Wemby's going to pull a deep 3.
Oh my goodness. A logo shot.
28-footer. Ties it at 108. Timeout, Thunder.
And what did you think when Vic pulled up from 35 feet?
Confidence through the roof. I was stunned a little bit. But once the ball went up, I'm like, oh, that's going in. It's kind of just who he is. I mean, he's one of a kind.
One of a kind. That's a good way to put it when you're talking about Victor Wembanyama. And last night, he certainly made a statement. 41 points, 24 rebounds in that huge three-point bucket in the first overtime to send it to the second overtime. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinigle. He is Jason Minix, and wow, great job, plays. That was nice. Kind of relive that moment.
Well, I mean,
just one of the big moments in last night's ball game.
I mean, Spurs surviving game one in double overtime, and the logo 3. What a call from Mike Tirico and NBC with that, because honestly, I know I can't actually say what I said in my living room.
Start with holy.
I've got a new dog, and little dog is my mom's dog, and so now I've got it. And she was sitting in my lap, and I literally jumped out of the recliner because I'm not used to having a dog around, and so I'm cussing at the TV in a good way after it went in, and then the dog starts yipping, and it was a party.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure it was. Yeah, I mean, I got excited too. I couldn't believe it, and it was just, watching it, you go, there's no way he's taking that shot. And then it goes in, and it was just it was phenomenal. But it was Wemby's night last night. I mean, the guy was just on fire. He was doing pretty much whatever he wanted to do, and including making three-pointers from the half-court line. Have you seen the comparisons to Steph Curry?
Well, it looked like Steph.
Well, I'm just saying, because Steph did the same thing to OKC in the playoffs, just about from the exact same spot.
I wonder if Wemby studied that tape.
I have no idea.
I know it was a no. Yeah, baby. Mitch Johnson, what'd you think of that logo 3?
They weren't organized, and we've had a few of these recently where we've gone without a timeout, and we've missed some really good shots. And it was just another one of those moments where I felt like we may have had, if it wasn't even an advantage, some momentum where they weren't bodies on bodies. And this league's about the players, and he's a really good one. He stepped up and answered the bell.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did. I was happy. I was proud of Mitch Johnson last night. Not only does he pull Keldon Johnson off the floor after a couple of missed assignments, he's yelling at Dylan Harper, going, "What the hell are you doing? Box out, do this." I mean, he was into the game last night, more so than I've ever seen him. And if I've missed something, let me know. But that's the most animated I've seen Mitch Johnson all year.
It's interesting because, I was excited to see him pissed, I was with blown defensive assignments. But then I was like, it also felt like they showed him a lot more last night than what the local broadcast will do. So is he always that way? Or because if he's not always that way, that tells me this stage is too big for Mitch Johnson. And it's not. All these guys are learning, but I just felt like he was on TV a lot more than what the local broadcast generally shows.
Well, I think it's because he was more animated than he ever showed.
Because, you kept seeing Mark Dagnall standing over there looking like he's trying to figure out what book he wants from the Dewey Decimal System. I mean, so I don't know. It just felt like they showed the coaches a lot more on that NBC broadcast. And if you're coming to a party like this, NBC, fix your damn audio.
Oh, no, that was
Good
terrible.
Lord.
That was terrible. I didn't know what I was listening to. Is that something wrong? And
is that my TV?
Yeah, it was bad there for a minute. It didn't last too long to their
Still.
credit.
Those weird camera angles, too.
I didn't like the high-up camera angle.
The high-up that followed from behind, you can't see anything that's going on when they go that side of the floor.
I agree
felt
with
like
that.
they stuck with that for way too long at one point.
I agree with that.
No, there were some things there that I was just like, Dramamine? I'm with you. Just show me the damn game. And I know as the technology changes and they get all these cool cameras and camera angles and things on zip lines and drones, it's a fancy new toy. I just want to watch the game.
That's it. I want to watch the game.
From the right angle.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because there were a couple of times where they had that goofy angle and a play was made and you have no real depth perception. I'm thinking, what's he doing? And, that makes sense. But from the angle that you had, it was like, well, what the hell's going on there?
They had some issues, but I guess we're going to have to live with that. I don't know, because every game is on NBC in this particular series, including tomorrow night's game 2.
Stop it.
I I don't know. I love Mike Tirico, though. I will tell you that.
Great.
Tirico is outstanding.
He's great. The only thing that I really missed about last night's game, especially with that 3, is a Mike Breen bang. I mean, that might have got a double or triple bang from Mike Breen if he were on the call. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Adriel, you're on the Blitz. What's going on?
Hey, guys. Thanks for your show. I listen every day. Hey, man, I'm with you, Jason, on the Wemby one. When he just caught it, he didn't even move. He just popped it, and I said, "No, Wemby, what are you doing?" And my kids were like, "Leave him alone, Dad." And right when he made it, I said, "Never doubted it for a second, baby." I was all pumped. Just 2 more times real quick. And then one, so my wife, my 13-year-old and my 6-year-old now all have high blood pressure after the game last night, so that was really fun. And just real quick, it's so funny how Jason counseled me last time we lost the game 1 to Minnesota, and I was all stressed out and in rehab and everything. But now we're here, right? So we didn't make the playoffs last year, and now all of a sudden we want more, right? So to Joe's point, when Minnesota played game 2, and it felt like they were happy and satisfied with just winning 1 on the road, I say we get greedy, right? And we go up 2-0. What do you guys think about getting greedy?
I'm all about getting greedy. I mean, you cannot settle. You can't settle.
Not against this team.
No.
If you've got an opportunity to take a 2-0 lead going back home, you do it, man. You come out and play harder than you played last night to try and steal that thing. Can you imagine the Spurs going back home with a 2-0 lead? That would just be something I certainly would never see coming, but it is possible now that they took care of last night.
Well, and again, I mean, you think about, to Adriel's point, all right, they got game 1. They played a ton of minutes. They're going to be tired. Get some rest in game 2 because you got BS. Even Wemby says BS to that.
It's something, the relentlessness is built as well. First of all, the first thing is physical ability, getting stronger as the years go on. And the mental toughness, you have to have it all the time. And as you said, yes, it takes a toll, but we will rest in July.
And I love how he said July, not June.
Of course
July, because June's going to be busy too. I'll have 4 more wins to go get, and then a parade.
Yes.
And then a big-ass party, and I'll nap at some point in July. I love that.
No, that's good. And again, Wemby, I found it interesting with Castle's comment that I mentioned earlier. It was the hardest game he's ever been in, and Wemby was tired. I mean, he was dead tired. There's no question about it. And it's going to be interesting to see how he comes back. How does he respond in game 2? But I can say the same thing for SGA. I mean, the man played 51 minutes for Oklahoma City, as did Devin Vassell or thereabouts for San Antonio. So a lot of minutes played for a lot of these guys. Will that take a toll as the series moves on?
I feel like it was a great effort from everybody, 1 to 15. Physically, I'm feeling tired, honestly, but not as much as you would expect, honestly. It's probably the adrenaline. It's going to come down a little bit. I'm probably going to sleep pretty well tonight.
I would imagine they did, and probably didn't have to get up for anything either. A lot of those guys might have to sleep all day.
Yeah, they meeting with the media was much later in the afternoon.
Absolutely.
I'd imagine their film session was done in a bunch of lazy boys. I mean, they call Bob Mills Furniture over there and say, hey, bring out a bunch of recliners for our film session today because we're going to chill. No hard practice for either one of those teams today.
No, absolutely not. I don't think either one of those teams are practicing. They will watch film, though. But, you've seen it before on an off day like this where the team doesn't practice. They're just showing up in sweats and, they're very casual. They come down there, they watch film, they talk to the media, and then they're done. They go back to their room, play video games, sleep, whatever the case may be. It's just strictly pretty much a day of rest all day today.
And will De'Aaron Fox be ready to go for game 2 tomorrow night?
Boy, going to be interesting to see. The injury report should come out, around 4 or 5 o'clock today. So we'll see how they have De'Aaron Fox listed. It's going to be fun. Last night certainly was fun, and give me some more of that. what we saw last night. You want to talk about the Spurs game last night? We would love to have you talk about it. 656-3776, 656-ESPN. You can go to our Sports Star YouTube page, like, subscribe, and comment there. We'd like for you to do that. You can get Jason at Jason Minix on Twitter. I'm at Joe Reinagle 210. Let us know how you felt about last night's game. What was your favorite part about it? And, well, how impressive was that alien named Wemby? This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If pain is slowing you down, you don't have to live with it. We target the source of your pain for fast, lasting relief. No pain pills, no surgery. Most patients notice results in just one visit. We accept most insurance plans, so getting help is easy. Don't wait. Visit Arasti.com today. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
To find the location nearest you, visit Arasti.com.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know, our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save pet lives.
San Antonio, Tamalitos Restaurant is now open on 11210 Nacogdoches Road. Stop in for authentic Mexican food and unbeatable lunch specials every day. Plus, join the Blitz Live Thursday, May 21st for your chance to score Texas Rangers tickets. See you there.
Hello, I'm Ozempic. And I'm other GLP-1s, kind of like him. Hey, are you shaking a maraca? No, I'm shaking the pill version of Ozempic, which no one should ever do except in ads like this. A nice disclaimer. Hey, thanks. Ask your doctor about which FDA-approved uses of the Ozempic pen or pill may be right for you. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and learn more about Ozempic semaglutide tablets, 9 milligrams, and Ozempic semaglutide injection, 2 milligrams.
There's a pill version of Ozempic.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at HEB or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour, and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Spruce, pet friendly, weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities, so do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Got a buddy who thinks he knows baseball? Perfect. On Rangers game days, prove it with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will launch it out of here. He hits one, you and a friend are headed to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now, you've got tickets and hotel. Yeah, you're making a night of it, and your buddy's buying the first round. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Call your shot and win the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
I don't know about y'all. I had a hard time going to sleep last night after that game. It was that exciting. I was that into it, and the adrenaline was certainly flowing last night. It was very difficult to fall asleep. You have the same problem there, Minutes?
Sleep is sleep. I'm like Wemby. We'll sleep in July. No, it is weird, but whiskey helps.
Well, true. This is true.
But I'm always that way. Like, game's over and join us. Where'd you go? You're already in bed? How? Right? I want to watch the highlights. I wanted to watch all the press conferences. You get the adrenaline going that way after such a thrilling win. And had it gone the other way, you're too angry to go to bed, right? It's the beauty of it. And thankfully, a 7:30 start with a double overtime game.
Yeah, no kidding, because it still wasn't over till damn near 11 o'clock, I don't think, right? It was in that neighborhood somewhere. It was 10:30, 11. I don't know what it was, but it was late.
But those of us that don't go to bed at 10, you're not really worried about what time the game ends, and did you go to bed late?
Well, I don't go to bed at 10.
9:30?
Depends.
Okay.
Kind of a day I've had.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, it was great. Happy that happened. I feel good about this. I still think it's going to be a series, and I know Spurs fans are happy about it, and everybody's thinking, this is they're going to take care of business, and I hope they do. Don't get me wrong, but I still think Oklahoma City's going to win some games in this series, and it's not going to be. Well, I just hope every game's just like last night is what I hope. Well, it comes right down to the wire.
And again, Game 1 lived up to all the hype. Can you really count on all of these games being like what you saw? And you kind of go back to the Detroit series. There were some blowouts in there in 2005.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm with you. I mean, I don't want to have the attitude the Spurs got what they want, and that's a split over the first two games. But the big question to me is going to be about De'Aaron Fox. And what do you do if you're Mitch Johnson? Because Dylan Harper showed last night he belongs. Dylan Harper last night, you find out right before the game, dude, you're starting. It's game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. And he did not look at all like a deer in headlights. He was fantastic. But with Dylan Harper, I think the Spurs defensively are better. But offensively, they struggled because you didn't have De'Aaron Fox. And the chemistry that Fox has with Wemby, especially on some of those pick and rolls, you had a gazillion turnovers from Steph Castle. That can't happen. But you have no choice but to live with that. And you can't be mad at Steph because, one, Oklahoma City is a great defensive team, but two, he's doing stuff in that particular game that it's not normally asked of him. And he ain't a point guard. So but man, if De'Aaron Fox is able to go tomorrow, and there was a quote last night, something along the lines of his ankle ain't going to get better until the season is over.
Mitch Johnson said that.
So I don't know, like, how serious is this ankle injury? Because we left this show yesterday at 6 o'clock fully expecting him to play.
Yep.
He indicated after shoot-around yesterday that he was going to play, but I remember the Tom Worsborn tweet from Tom with the San Antonio Express-News that he was going to move up his pregame just to make sure, and he didn't go. That surprised me.
Well, look, and I don't know if one game's going to make anything any better because, as you quoted Mitch, it's not going to get better as long as he's playing. So just what kind of pain tolerance can he take and hope, and can it get worse if he plays? And I think that's the concern. But think about this. If Oklahoma City, if Chet Holmgren is going to be a wiener and not challenge Wemby, and they're gonna put Caruso on Wemby. Can you imagine with De'Aaron Fox in the game how many alley-oop buckets? I mean, it'd be open all night long. Caruso can't stop that. And to me, it's embarrassing. If I'm Oklahoma City or an Oklahoma City fan, it's embarrassing that your 7-footer can't hang with the Spurs 7-footer. Not at all. I love wieners.
I'm
not saying he's as good or should be as good as Wemby. It's not what I'm saying, but he ought to be able to hang with him. I mean, it's not like he's given up much height.
He did block the game winner, but I'm with you.
I mean, come on. It's well, good for him. He had one play in a long game last night.
Now, as we speak, Tom Worsborn literally just tweeted, Mitch Johnson indicated Fox will be a game-time decision Wednesday night. Quote, he'll do everything he can to play, which is mostly rest and then get treatment to prepare for the next game, and tomorrow pregame we'll find out if he can. So this ankle clearly is a lot more serious than what we thought coming out of the Minnesota series. And I think a big part of that, too, is when it first got hurt, he came back into the game. And you know, while he was in and out, clearly there's a lot more going on with this ankle than what we know. But the confidence that this Spurs team must have, that they won that game last night without a guy like De'Aaron Fox, and you still had 11 turnovers from your point guard. You had 21 turnovers in the game. And we talked about that some yesterday when we thought De'Aaron Fox was going to play. Oklahoma City will turn you over. I think the Spurs averaged, 12, 13 a game? And they had 21 last night. 11 by Steph Castle, who also had an 11 assists and 17 points. That's not the triple-double you write home about.
No, it's really not. It's not at all. Look, Steph Castle will play better, and his defense makes up for a lot of problems when it comes to that. But if Fox plays, and I hope he does, I'm going with the same lineup, but Harper's in there quickly for Julian Champagnie.
Yeah.
And that's what I would do. And nothing against Champagnie. He's been a great player, but Harper's just clearly better and gives you more options. He's a better defender. He can get to the rack, and that's what I would do. Once Fox comes back, Champagnie's time on the floor is going to be limited in my mind. Now, I don't know if Mitch Johnson will do that, but that's certainly what I would do.
Well, and again, I mean, so Castle, Harper, and Fox on the floor at the same time?
Absolutely. I mean, if you've got Wemby in the game, you can have the other four guys can be whatever the hell you want.
I mean, true, and I'm with you there because you need Wemby in for, I don't know, let's see, Cornette played 9 minutes and 28 seconds last night. And, man, it felt like, dude, Luke is in the game. The rim is open, and they start attacking.
Yes.
Minnesota did the same thing. Everybody's going to do that. Wemby changes so much, but they've got to be smart about making sure he's getting plenty of rest. But, man, I loved what Dylan Harper showed last night. You know, one, he's not afraid of the moment. He attacks the rim. And Julian did struggle with three, but I love the fact that guy is not afraid to shoot. Nobody on this Spurs team hesitates with their shot.
No.
And I know they're shooting way earlier than shot clock that I would like, but they're playing within their offense.
Absolutely they are. Oscar here, I think it was Oscar, says rest Fox until game 3. And you know what? They have that luxury. If they want to rest him in game 2, they have that luxury. And I know nobody wants to see a 1-1 series come back here to San Antonio. But you do, if it's a problem and another couple of days of rest will help, why not? You have that luxury since you won game 1. That's not a bad, not bad advice.
I mean,
screw it.
I'm with you, but I'm not. I don't want to say I've got a luxury with a 1-0 lead because that's telling me you're happy with gaining a split because we've all watched Oklahoma City this year. We've all watched Oklahoma City the last couple of years. And if you're happy with the split and thinking you are going to be winning the next 2 games after game 2, if you think games 3 and 4 are going to be at home, those are automatic W's, you're wrong. I think they're going to get one in San Antonio as well. And so they're all must-win games in that sense. You know, you cannot have the attitude that, all right, I've got one, we're good to go.
I get that.
And you know, no. I mean,
you just showed you can beat them without Fox.
Yep.
You just beat them. So where's your confidence level saying why can't we do it again without Fox?
No, I got a confidence level, but I have a problem with saying, yeah, well, we've got the luxury of not having to worry about it because we already got one.
I just think you need Fox, and if there's any chance you could hurt that ankle where he's out for the series, then you don't take that chance. I don't give a damn how much he wants to play. So that all of that's got to come into it, and obviously Mitch Johnson is concerned about that, or the pain tolerance, or both. When we have our injury update later tonight with TSAOG, that's a great question. Is there an opportunity that thing could get hurt worse? And I think the answer is clearly yes, because how it got hurt last time. Same thing could happen in any game. The way Fox got hurt in that Minnesota series, I mean, obviously could happen to anybody at any time in any game.
Dude, I was worried about Wemby's head when Jed's butt fell on his head and he hit his head on the floor. I'm like, another concussion. I was worried
about his head when he head-butted Caruso in the chest.
Nah, see, I think that was strategic. I need a 5-minute. They'll review this. I'm just going to lower my – that felt so dumb. Well, Wemby's a smarter player, a more mature player than that.
He's lucky that wasn't a flagrant foul.
But it wasn't, and he knows the rules. I think he bought an extra timeout and a long review.
Could be, but are you willing to take that chance?
Wemby was.
I guess so.
I mean,
dude, there was not like that was an accident. I mean, he lowered his head and said, I thought he was playing football for a minute.
Well, George Kittle was sitting right there.
He was.
I don't know if you realize that, but Mike Tirico seemed to be very excited that George Kittle was sitting like 3 feet from him.
Who knew? I didn't know George Kittle was from Oklahoma.
I don't know if he's from there.
I think
didn't he go to like Iowa or Iowa State? Yeah.
Oh, I think they said on the broadcast he's from somewhere in Oklahoma. Why else would he be an Oklahoma City fan?
Well, I mean, Jimmy Goldstein was there too.
Well,
I mean, he might just be
every game.
a basketball fan.
Born in Madison, Wisconsin.
Was Jimmy wearing a Oklahoma City T-shirt?
No.
Kittle was.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I have no idea why George Kittle was there.
When I see Kittle in San Antonio wearing a Spurs T-shirt, then I'll buy that. Otherwise,
is Kittle's wife from there?
I have no idea.
Although she went to Iowa too. Well, but that doesn't mean anything.
She wasn't sitting with him.
He
was with some other dude.
I mean, who knows? I mean, but George Kittle. I mean, he's there, but I mean, Tirico, calm down, man. We're talking about George Kittle, not Troy Aikman. Relax there, buddy. But that was a bizarre moment. Because it was like, Wemby, what are you doing? Because Wemby seemed late in the game as he was getting tired to, I don't know, that's when he started picking up his fouls. That was weird. So, who knows?
It was a big win, without a doubt. No doubt. And we'll see what happens with De'Aaron Fox. So it tells me that just from that comment from Tom Morsborn and Mitch Johnson, Fox is going to be listed as questionable.
Yep.
On the injury report when it comes out. So.
And a true game time decision, which, again, yesterday, when we left the show at 6 and it hadn't been announced yet, I really thought De'Aaron Fox was going to play. And I get home, and that's about when the announcement came that he was not. And I'm like, wow, that was surprising. And honestly, thought at that point, well, there goes game one.
Yeah, I was shocked when I saw that as well. So, I don't know. Spurs have some depth, but they don't have really a true point guard like they have in De'Aaron Fox. They just don't. So there you go. He played high school football in Norman, Oklahoma. George Kittle did.
Did he?
Just in case you're wondering.
All right.
That's what Pledge says.
Fair enough.
He's our research department.
And I'm seeing some of that on our YouTube page. So that's where he's from. Cool.
Born in Madison, Wisconsin, must have moved to Norman at some point in his life.
Must have. That's typically how that works.
Yeah. See, we got a whole research department on our YouTube page. I love that.
Absolutely.
Along with Pledge back there.
They're already on their laptops. Googling is easy.
Well, of course, but I'm glad they're doing it, so I don't have to.
Well, yeah, of course. Did you see Wendy's at Wendy's? Might change my name to Wemby's and only serve French fries after last night's game.
Oh, my goodness.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, everybody jump on that bandwagon. Yeah, let's get it done. Dude, I got to tell you this real quick. We're late. We're coming up on a break. I killed a squirrel the other day.
We don't have time for this story.
No, we really do.
You want to do it at the Headline Blitz?
All right, I guess we can do that.
Let's do the story time with the murderer.
I got another animal story to tell you about.
You do, and that's why I know this story because you've told me. We don't have time to do it in the next 45 seconds.
All right, well, wait. My animal story. They love me.
The revenge.
When we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Now, Joe, when you do tell the animal story and when there's injuries involved, you know what you can do is skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at TSAOG.com.
Riding home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
I've taken up candle making.
Nigel, the whole office smells like wet dog and gym socks.
My nose is highly refined.
Folks, if your home smells a little off, it might be your AC. Portamoon's Breathe Easy package pulls and deep cleans your blower motor, blower wheel, and housing, cleans your coil in place, disinfects the inside of your AC cabinet, and installs a UV light to help zap bacteria and other nasties hiding in your unit. All for just $6.95.
Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 210-651-5899. License number TACLA 141-074-EM16004.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Hey, San Antonio, the Gunslingers are honoring our heroes at the Military Appreciation Game this Saturday, May 23rd, 4 p.m. at Freeman Coliseum. Active duty and retired military, bring your military ID and get in free. Plus, the first 1,000 fans get a free American flag. Come cheer on the Gunslingers as we salute those who serve. It's going to be an unforgettable afternoon of football and patriotism. Tickets and info at sagunslingers.com. See you Saturday at Freeman Coliseum.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like customer service associate at a dry cleaning shop.
Yeah, hi. I'm here to pick up my suit.
Ah, yes. Here you go.
There must be a mistake. This is too small.
It shrunk a whole lot. Look on the bright side. Now you have a suit you can give to a child.
This is your job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Summer means longer days and more deals at Lowe's. This Memorial Day, shop Miracle-Gro 0.75 cubic foot garden soil, 5 bags for $10. Plus, get select 1.5-gallon red, white, and blue annuals hanging baskets, 2 for $15 to show off your favorite plants. Stop traffic with stunning landscaping and save while you do it. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/27, excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, upgrade to a Tempur-Pedic and learn how you can get 3% back plus an instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Ready or not, summer is coming, and Wayfair's Memorial Day clearance is on now. Right now through May 25th, get up to 70% off everything home at Wayfair. Plus, score amazing doorbuster deals all sale long and surprise flash deals on Memorial Day. We're talking thousands of products at every style and budget. Now is the time to save big on must-haves for your patio, backyard, and beyond. These savings won't last, so don't wait. Shop Wayfair's Memorial Day clearance now through May 25th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Spurs fans still recovering from a double overtime thriller in OKC last night. Wemby had an MVP performance for sure. 41 points, 24 rebounds. Spurs Thunder Game 2 tomorrow night in Oklahoma City. 7:30 tip-off. De'Aaron Fox is a game-time decision, we're told. And, of course, we got the Eastern Conference Finals beginning tonight. Knicks welcoming the Cavs to Madison Square Garden. You can hear it right here at 6:30.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
So happy to have you along on a Tuesday afternoon after a big win last night for the San Antonio Spurs. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. May have been one of the best games that I can remember seeing in a long, long time. It was just a thriller in double overtime. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix. And Jason, there's at least one YouTube viewer who's disappointed we have no poll today.
Well, we're not pollless.
Well,
we just haven't decided. Well, we couldn't decide on a poll. So
at the moment, we're pollless.
Well, no, we're never pollless. We just don't have one available to you that we're willing to reveal.
Well, usually our polls are always available.
I mean, not for the general audience.
Well, it depends on who the general audience is.
I mean, what would all right, you that are disappointed with the poll, Murphy, what would your poll question be? I mean, after last night's game, well, I mean, what?
I'm not putting a stupid poll question up.
We're not putting a stupid poll question up.
I don't think any of our polls are stupid. Who said that?
No, I'm saying
the idea the poll should be, are we disappointed that there's no poll today? See, I mean, we're always honest with you guys.
Yes.
I mean, it's been a day, right? We all lack a little bit of sleep. We're all excited. We're all talking about different things. And, well, it's also Tender Tuesday. And then the tender showed up, and then so did the boss. And we were having lovely conversations with the boss, and then we actually got some business done for flights to Circa at the end of August, and then it was showtime. We talked about a couple of poll question ideas, but neither one of us liked them, so we haven't come up with anything yet.
No, we haven't. So if you got a suggestion, we're open to it. There's one. Oscar says, should Fox play? Again, that's hard to do in a poll because if he's healthy, he's going to play. If he's not, he won't. So I mean, it's kind of whether we want him to or not is really irregardless.
Well,
not a word.
Well,
it is today.
It's
poll
irrelevant.
question is irregardless a word.
It's irrelevant.
Yeah.
What our poll question has.
Who has Tender Tuesday? We did.
Yeah, we did.
We did. See, yesterday, Pledge said, tomorrow I'm going to get tenders. And then around lunchtime, I was hungry, and I said, Pledge. He's like, I don't have time to go. So I was like, crap. So I called Joe. You eaten yet? No. All right, well, Pledge doesn't have time to go. So Joe said, I'll go. So Joe saved the day.
I felt like Victor Wembanyama making a three-pointer from the half-court line.
I mean, you saved the day.
Wembanyama! I did.
I mean,
there you go. Should Harper start over Champagnie?
See,
I don't think that will happen.
No, and I don't want to go with a poll like that because that's kind of a negative. I mean, Harper played great last night, but I still like the energy that he brings coming off the bench.
Well, look, I would play him more minutes than Champagnie. His defense is better. He's more athletic. And, while he's not as good a three-point shooter as Champagnie, I would rather have all the other things that Dylan Harper does. And no offense, Champagnie's been great, and he's a big reason why the Spurs are in the position that they're in. And I think Champagnie's going to continue to start, but he might have a quick hook with Dylan Harper in there. Now, if Fox doesn't play, it's moot because – he's going to start.
See, and I see Gibbs is game 2 a must-win for OKC. See, that might be tomorrow's poll question.
Could be, which is a dumb question, but if that's what y'all want to go with.
Redbird's Junkie, we're not going with poll questions like that. That's just irresponsible. the hell's wrong with you?
It is true, though, Redbird's Junkie.
Yeah. Maybe the question actually should be, because Ryan Egg was saying, well, I'll kind of keep an eye on tonight's Knicks game. And I said, well, you can start Euphoria finally. Maybe that should be the poll question. On tonight's off night, should Joe start watching Euphoria? Because his heartbeat was going last night. The blood pressure was high. Euphoria could keep that same pace going tonight.
Well, I'm sure it could. Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of polls, that could be interesting. I don't know. How about as the poll question, do animals hate me?
You know what?
Why, did you kill another squirrel?
No, the revenge. Let's talk about it on the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Brought to you by Novo Brazil Brewery in North Star Mall. 2 guys, 2 opinions, never enough time.
A variation of Headline Blitz.
Yeah.
Pledge, we need some music for this. Story time with Uncle Joe.
Well, if you were with us last week, and some of you were, some of you weren't. Minix, you weren't here, but you've heard the story. I ran over a squirrel coming home from the gym. I don't know. Was that Friday, Pledge?
Yeah.
I think it was Friday.
Damn near in tears.
Wookie,
big baby.
Wookie made a great that was Wookie, wasn't it? Made the picture, Joe the Squirrel Killer.
You're the Squirrel Killer.
Yeah. Or
SK.
SK.
SK?
Yeah, SK. Is
SK.
So I felt really bad about that. And, of course, these wonderful people on YouTube and other places, that didn't help me feel much better. They're making fun of me.
You were in tears.
Well, I was upset.
Why? You got 75 points.
Well, dude, I'm thinking.
Did you get both tires or one?
Actually, rolled over both tires.
Boom, boom. That's 150 points.
Dude, it was, but I'm thinking, all right, is this like, Bambi's mother getting shot in the Disney movie?
Have you never run over a squirrel before?
No. I've come close.
I mean, you've tried.
No, I don't try to do that.
Bum, bum.
Why do I do that? I don't try. And I didn't try to hurt this squirrel.
Do you know you killed it?
Well, I don't know that.
You didn't stop your car to check on it? You just left them there in the road?
I figured there were buzzards flying around, so I figured that they took care of that.
Well, they weren't flying around instantly.
Well, no, they weren't, but they were at some point.
I mean, when you do this, you've got to do the humane thing and back over it just to make sure you got him so he's not laying in the road suffering.
Dude, there's a story I'll tell you about, an article I saw one day, but today's not the day.
All right, story time with Joe. Focus.
So that happened on Friday. I'm walking out my front door today, and it's a nice day. I'm looking out there. I had to go get the trash cans in, and as I'm walking down the front steps, going down toward the street, a bird buzzes me right over my head. I'm going, what the hell? What was that? And it's a damn bird, and I see this bird flying around and then coming back and does it again. And I'm like, what did I do to this damn bird?
What kind of bird?
I don't know what kind of bird it was.
Was it a big bird, a little bird?
That was a small bird.
A small bird.
Small bird. But
it saw your hair. Maybe it thought it was the nest.
It may be.
Mobile nest.
It had a hell of a buzz to it. I'm telling you. And then it goes and lands in the tree and just starts staring at me. I'm like, well, what the hell?
Word has gotten out around the animal underground.
Well, I don't know. And so my only thought is there's a nest somewhere in a tree there that's a mama bird. And she's thinking I'm going to go, because obviously there's wanted posters of me in the animal kingdom.
Well, there are.
And so she's like, you stay the hell away from my babies.
I mean, they understand. I mean, you got this squirrel and you've got your love for KBB. I mean, you got all kinds of things here that have the birds against you.
No, I only wish I would have run over KBB. But other than that, the squirrel could be alive.
Uh-huh.
So
was it a Blue Jay on YouTube? They're asking.
It was not a Blue Jay.
Right.
I don't think so.
You would recognize a Blue Jay.
It was just a
little sparrow.
No, probably.
Yeah, it's just a bird, annoying bird.
Because I hate to say this because any ladies, but birds are better looking when they're males. Well, they are. It's a fact. And so this was obviously a Charean bird.
A Charean bird.
Jeez.
Because she was buzzing you? That makes her a Charean?
What, buzzing my head? I'm like, what in the hell is going on?
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. So now I can't even step out of my house. It's like unbelievable.
I have an annual fight with birds that have tried for years to build the nest on my porch. And I've done everything I can to keep them from doing that.
How's your owl?
The owls are worthless. They're there, but they're worthless. So what I had to do a couple of weeks ago is I bought a water gun. And when you see them out there, I got a cool-ass water cannon. I don't want to hurt the birds. I don't want to be like Reineagle and kill these things. I just want them gone and not building a nest on my front porch. Squirting them with the water hose seems to work. And these little reflective mirror things, they work pretty well. Because I was worried because I was gone so much last week that I was going to come home and have to deal with that. But apparently the water gun works. And the little reflective things work, but they will buzz you, and they come close enough. Like they're not going to hit you, that.
Well, I don't know. He got pretty damn close, or she did.
But they are birds, and sometimes you see them fly into a window or something.
Well,
but
this is true.
They can't see the window. But I don't know. I think they just want to scare the crap out of you.
Now, see, Ruben on our Sports Star YouTube page says, "Watch out, things happen in threes." So, what the hell's going to attack me next?
A snake.
I'm talking to the pest control guy, and he goes, "Yeah, be careful. Yeah, I've seen a lot of coyotes and snakes and stuff around all these neighborhoods." I'm like, dude.
Joe's going to get mauled by a coyote on his way to work one day.
I'm like, dude.
So you called the pest control guy about a bird buzzing you?
No, it was his scheduled time to come out. He just happened to be there.
All right.
So, dude, I don't know what the hell's going on.
No, Joshua wants to know how you really know it's male or female. Are you checking them out?
No, females are ugly. I mean, they are, as birds.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's red bird's junkie. If you see a red bird and it's pretty bright red, that's a male.
You mean a cardinal?
Yes. A red bird. They call
pretty
them that.
bird.
The bright red ones are males.
Uh-huh.
The ugly ones are females.
So Gibbs has you, man. You're going to find a snake in your toilet.
Oh, dude. I saw a video of that in the Philippines.
Oh, you saw that video? I think I sent that to you.
Did you see that?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh.
That's scary
dude.
as hell.
Dude, don't even say that. I'm going to flush the toilet 5 times.
That's all
before
right.
I sit down.
It's all right.
It's hanging in there.
Yeah, exactly.
It always has, Pledge.
It's a fighter.
Yes, that's it.
Somebody was calling in with a poll question, but they hung up, so I guess we'll go from there.
It was just Joshua.
Yeah.
Different one.
Different one. Call back, Joshua.
Mark Thomas has an idea for a poll question. Greatest playoff shot. Avery's game winner in the 99 finals, Memorial Day miracle. Robert Horry against Phoenix. Robert Horry against Phoenix? I remember Robert Horry's shot against Detroit. Timmy had that great shot against Phoenix.
Well, Timmy had a great one against the Lakers, too, but unfortunately.
Wemby's shot. I don't know that Wemby's shot is ready to go in the greatest shot in Spurs playoff history category because we don't know how it's going to end. Everything else that you've listed there, Mark, has ended with a title.
Well, it's got to be Sean Elliott's Memorial Day miracle.
Sure.
Still, that's got to be. Although Avery's,
it was a baseline jumper with a minute left, but it did secure the first championship.
Yes, it did.
But still, the greatest shot in Spurs history is the Memorial Day miracle.
I think that
Tim Duncan would have the second greatest shot, but Derek Fisher said, "Hold my beer," and hit the .4 shot.
I think the clock operator screwed us.
Does he mean Robert Horry's shot against Steve Nash into the?
Now, that was a great shot in Spurs history.
That was more of a hip check.
Yeah.
But but yes, that certainly was there.
Wow. Yeah, it's got to be Sean Elliott. So that's I appreciate the suggestion, though. I mean, at least people are getting creative.
It is certainly the greatest shot in the last 24 hours in Spurs history.
It
is certainly the greatest playoff moment since Tim Duncan retired?
Yes. I agree.
See, and now Mark wants to argue with me on Facebook Messenger. It's not about the title, it's about the greatest shot. It's only classified as the greatest shot if it leads to a title. Which is why we never talk about what Tim Duncan did. Tim Duncan's greatest shot in his great Hall of Fame career, we never talk about because Derek Fisher hit .4. If Derek Fisher doesn't hit .4, we're talking about that Tim Duncan shot now probably more so than the Memorial Day Miracle.
Dude, did you hear the arena last night go from ecstatic to just silence?
Yeah.
That's how it was inside the then AT&T Center. Tim hit that shot. The place is going nuts. And then Derek Fisher ripped everybody's heart out.
And Gibbs says, what about Manu's block on Harden?
No, that was
a great
nice.
play, but not a shot.
No.
It prevented a shot.
It did.
In fact, I've got that shot in the office on a can of what was called grandpa juice that somebody started manufacturing. He probably still has cases in his garage somewhere.
It's going to be really hard to knock Sean Elliott's Memorial Day Miracle off of the greatest shot in Spurs history perch for me, just because the level of difficulty with Rasheed Wallace closing out, him having to arch it over his
all of it. It will always be the greatest shot. One, Sean Elliott, kidney, all of that, and it led to title number one. All of that. That more so than Avery's shot that actually clinched the title, but the difficulty, all of it, but it also led to title one. All of us remember where we were. You talked to enough people in San Antonio. The Alamo Dome on that afternoon held 7.8 million people. We were all there for it.
For the .4, what are you talking about?
No, for the Memorial Day Miracle.
Oh, yes.
The .4 was not at the Alamo Dome.
No, it wasn't.
Quit thinking about your birds.
God, that was Sean's old, isn't he? Damn.
Sean is old. Sean is old.
Oh, my goodness. There were some great shots, no doubt about it. Real quick, before we take a break, maybe the what are those guys called?
Which guys?
In the Frost Bank Center?
You got to help me out.
The fan...
The Jackals?
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah.
The Jackals could do this. You see this thing going tarps off?
Please, don't. Have you seen the Jackals?
Well, yeah, I have, but have you seen these guys that do it at baseball fields?
Yeah.
It's a new trend. I think the Jackals should do it. Whenever somebody hits a big shot, take your shirt off and wave it around. As long as you don't have a sombrero on, you'll be okay. Look at the video.
That's a great idea, Jim.
And you know where that started? St. Louis.
You're a dumb butt.
I'm
tarps off.
I'm not tarps off. So
if your shirt is described as a tarp, you probably should leave it on. I'm just saying. PJ Carlesimo will join us and save this program in about 20 minutes from right now.
Yes, he will. In the meantime, we'll talk some Spurs basketball. If you want to chime in, you can do so. 656-3776, 656-ESPN. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Headline Blitz is brought to you by Novo Brewery, San Antonio's newest sports watching destination with over 80 feet of video walls, 60 craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. A full bar and delicious menu. Novo Brewery is attached to North Star Mall and open late hours. San Antonio's playoff headquarters has arrived. Novo Brewery features 80 feet of video walls, craft beers, hard kombucha on tap, and the food menu that means business. Thick-cut ribeye, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, carne asada fries, and more. And with its own private entrance separate from North Star Mall, no hassle, just you, your crew, and the biggest screens in the city at Novo Brewery. Open late. Visit NovoBrew.com. Novo Brewery. Come hungry. Stay for the game.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in San Antonio without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in San Antonio for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text FLIP to 64,000. San Antonio is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in San Antonio and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text FLIP to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text FLIP to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text FLIP to 64,000.
Wendy's new Biggie Deals lets you choose whatever you're in the mood for. It's like a music mixing board of deals, and you're the producer. Go with some chill folk music with a JBC in the $4 Biggie Bite snack. Try the drum and bass of deals with a double stack in the $6 Biggie bag. Or go full-on sandwich symphony with an $8 Biggie bundle, the grand finale of snacking. And the best part? They all come with napkins. $4, $6, and $8 Biggie Deals how you want them at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
The right tools aren't optional. They're how the job gets done right. That's why a lot of us run with Napa for tools and equipment we can count on. From Milwaukee fuel sets, sockets, and impacts that deliver real power when you need it, to Carlisle hand tools built for precision, durability, and everyday use. It's professional-grade gear that keeps your bays moving and your business running strong. So when you need the right tool, right now, you know where to go. Napa.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our clients' portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits two. Now we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the morning huddle and cash in with the morning huddles, Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
This is AJ Hoffman from the Morning Huddle. Join me and Rob Thompson tomorrow morning at 6 for the perfect ride to work on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Still trying to process what happened last night. I tell you what, it was a celebration for sure. I saw everybody downtown honking their flags out. Even dogs were in the celebration last night on Southwest Military, and that's a good thing. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix, and whew, what a hell of a game last night.
A hell of a game that's led to one hell of a poll question on this Tuesday. Do you guys really want a poll question today? That is today's question. Yes or no? Simple question. So go to YouTube and vote. You can get on YouTube and sasportstar.com, search it out, and participate in the poll question. PJ Carlesimo will join us in about 13 minutes from right now, who had a courtside view of last night's game. And honestly, as a coach, I'm just curious what his honest thoughts are on that three that Wemby took. I think where that ends up going down in Spurs history, Spurs lore, who knows? Because last night you saw Wemby have his best moment as a pro. Took double overtime. That guy sent me a message on Facebook. Nathan said, does his stats get overshadowed because it took double overtime? I think that's even more impressive, that the minutes that he played, and he scored 14 of his points in the extra sessions, 9 to close things out in the second overtime period. To me, the double overtime just adds to it, because that game lived up to the hype that we all wanted to see between the two best teams in the NBA.
And don't forget that that half-court three-pointer was in the first overtime that made the second overtime possible. So you could say he saved the day for the Spurs by hitting that shot, because I think if he misses it, the Spurs lose this game, and we're talking about something completely different today. OKC at that time was up by 3 with 26 seconds to play. Still some time, so obviously I can't say that with 100% conviction, but I feel pretty certain that the Spurs would have lost that game had he not made that shot.
You know, while I know we'll get into a lot of the game coming up with PJ Carlesimo, before the game started, SGA was presented the MVP trophy. And we talked about how that could be motivation for Vic, who then goes out and plays his best game ever. By now, I trust that you guys have all seen the videos of what Wemby was doing during the trophy celebration, which was not paying any attention at all. On the bench, focused, not looking up. I thought, Steph Castle comes over, puts an arm around him. I just all of it. And I was curious. Does he show the respect and stand and watch? And I don't know what you do in a situation like that. Everybody else was just kind of milling around.
Well, you do exactly what he did. I mean, that's their deal. It has nothing to do with the Spurs. And if it pissed Wemby off, then so be it. He certainly played like an MVP last night. But I don't know. I saw on Twitter today that he was locked in during that moment. And I'm wondering, how the hell do you know that?
Well, because,
I mean, seriously, locked into what?
Well, I mean, he was just focusing, meditating, thinking about, his time at Monkville, whatever the case was. I mean, he was asked afterwards if watching SGA get that fueled him for the game.
Mitch was saying that it's a pretty natural response for a competitor to see another competitor get something that he wants, whether it's the MVP trophy or whatever it might be. I'm just curious if that was in your mind at all, knowing that Shea had got that award and you were in the top 3 for it. And, did any part of tonight feel personal? Some of your facial expressions kind of look like you were really, really going for it.
Yeah, for sure. Everything you just said.
All of it. But he did continue.
Feels like I still got a lot to learn, and I want to get that trophy, many times in my career.
He's going to get that trophy many times in his career. Then he was asked, because those reporters last night, they were trying to get him to say something after a performance like that. They was asked, "Do you feel like you're the best player in the world?"
Do I feel like it right now? I feel tired, but it's not a question I'm wondering right now. We'll see, The world is 8 billion people, so it's 8 billion opinions.
Wemby is growing up.
Yeah.
Wemby is growing up. Those two answers tell you everything you need to know about how he has matured as a player in just a very short time, because that is exactly how you answer those questions. Exactly how you answer those questions. So good for Wemby. I'm happy for him.
8 billion opinions.
Sure. And he's right. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there, probably not 8 billion opinions, but a lot that feel like he is the best player. And I've heard a lot of national media types say that they've never seen anything like him, and he is the best player in the league right now. And it's hard to argue that. I mean, it really, truly is hard to argue with the things that he can do. Is he the best player in the NBA or in the world right now? And I think there's an argument to be made that he just might be.
Well, and again, he came in third in MVP voting, but you heard him say he wants to get that trophy many, many times in his career. If that helps motivate him, so be it. I do know, I believe that championship trophies are more important than the individual trophies. But as he has said before, much more eloquent than this, if he's winning those awards, then that means the team is good, and that means the potential of titles is high. He's not winning those awards when they're winning 25 games, period.
Well, and again, keep in mind, when he wins his first MVP award, it's going to be most likely in a moment, just like SGA's was last night. And will that motivate his opposition? And I think it does. And so we'll see. Look, Wemby, he was the best player on the floor last night.
Yep.
There's no doubt about it. So if it was because of the MVP award, because of the moment, it's the Western Conference Finals, all of the above, who knows, who cares? He was fantastic. Because, look, if the Spurs go on and beat Oklahoma City in this series, Jason, nobody's going to give a damn that SGA won a Most Valuable Player award. Nobody. And it'd be the same with Wemby. Exactly the same. So it's all about championships. PJ Carlesimo knows that better than anybody else. He's going to join us next here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you need your logo on any kind of gear, you need promotional items, go see Sam over at Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. If you need caps done, Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom. And he's got all the popular cap brands like the Richardson 112 style trucker caps, Katie caps, Nike Cap America, to name a few. If you need T-shirts, screen printed, Sam will get you taken care of. If you need your logo on a golf shirt, a fishing shirt, a dress shirt, go see Sam. He's got all the big name brands, North Face, Eddie Bauer, Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, Travis Matthew, Port Authority, even now carries a full line of Tommy Bahama, has over 700 uniform lines to choose from. In fact, if you own a business, Sam does more than just uniforms. His new sign shop can do signs, flags, banners, card magnets, vehicle wraps, window decals, and so much more. Sammy's Embroidery and Printing. Nobody has better prices. No order too big, certainly no order too small. And Sam is the only company in Texas that offers one-day turnaround. Call 210-824-3900, or better yet, get into that massive showroom down on San Pedro. It's about a mile inside Loop 410 right there across from the McDonald's, or go to the website, samsembroidery.com, for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, Game 2. Spurs Thunder. Doubt it lives up to the Game 1 hype, but can we go up 2-0?
We got a Game 1. Did the Knicks take care of business in the Garden? And talk about 50 minutes of play for your favorite Spur. Are they going to be able to bounce back? So much to talk about. Get your coffee. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hello.
I didn't make it into medical school, Dad.
I
didn't have an A in all my subjects, so I can't get in.
What do you mean, all these years I supported you, all the money I poured into your education, you don't get all A's? What was your bad subject? Chemistry, physiology, what?
No, Dad, spelling.
Spelling?
Yeah.
What, was it some funny microorganisms you couldn't spell or what?
No, Kinetico.
Kinetico?
Yeah.
You mean the water conditioner that uses no electricity? Are you kidding? Everybody knows how to spell Kinetico.
Not me.
Everybody knows Kinetico is the water conditioning company that revolutionized the water industry.
Sorry, Dad.
Everybody knows that Kinetico is spelled Kinetico.
I thought the instructor said Connecticut.
Oh,
East Coast,
son,
little
you should have remembered kinetic as in kinetic energy with an O on the end. Kinetico. Kinetico. Spell it Kinetico.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Kinetico. SA.com.
Hey, San Antonio, the Gunslingers are honoring our heroes at the Military Appreciation Game this Saturday, May 23rd, 4 p.m. at Freeman Coliseum. Active duty and retired military, bring your military ID and get in free. Plus, the first 1,000 fans get a free American flag. Come cheer on the Gunslingers as we salute those who serve. It's going to be an unforgettable afternoon of football and patriotism. Tickets and info at sagunslingers.com. See you Saturday at Freeman Coliseum.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Champagnie, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
The Morning Huddle.
I told my wife whenever I get cremated, make sure you tell the guy, oh, he had gout.
Yeah, he's
yeah, there's going to be some stuff left over.
So really, you got to turn the heat up just a little bit more. He's carrying a lot of grease, a lot of gout. So.
I like to imagine
it's gonna be like an out of control grease fire. You're not gonna be able to put it out.
I like to imagine that the alcohol in me is gonna help burn all the extra grease.
It burns
and fat.
a blue flame. Hey, this one smells like a 17-year-old's ashtray. Sounds like he smells like weed.
No, it smells like bourbon in here.
It smells like bourbon and weed.
The Morning Huddle with AJ and Rob. Weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Spurs win a thriller in Oklahoma City last night in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals Series. Oh, it was a great basketball game, no question about it. This is the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix.
And I'll tell you what, PJ Carlesimo had a great seat for last night's game, working for ESPN Radio. And Coach Carlesimo joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. I know I was exhausted after watching last night's game. I can only imagine how you felt when that game finally ended last night, Coach.
Well, it was a great one. It's good to be with you guys. Great game, just an unbelievable game. Both teams played so hard. The defense was, by both teams, was just amazing, and tough game to officiate. I really thought they did a good job because both teams are so physical. Both teams defend well without fouling. But it was a spectacular game, and we kept saying before the game, we hope this lives up to the billing. Everybody's been talking about this matchup. Is it going to be as good as it was advertised? And it was better. So it was really good, and particularly if you live in San Antonio, the ending was pretty good also.
Yeah, no doubt about it, PJ. That's for sure. When you look at this series, and I think these two teams in a lot of ways mirror each other to some extent. I don't know. Do you think SGA's game last night was more Spurs defense causing that, or did he just have an off night to you?
It was definitely Spurs defense. There's no question. I'm sure SGA feels he can play better. The bar's set pretty high for him, but no question it was Spurs defense. And there's frustration's a tough word. Like, you could say the same thing about Steph with the turnovers. I mean, it's just the other team is so into these guys. And, I mean, it was right in front of us, like for Stefan and Dylan to try and handle the pressure, the double teams, the different looks they saw was impossible. And ditto for what SGA was going through and the different OKC players also. So can he play better? Of course he can. Can he make some shots that he missed last night? Yes. But if he pretends that it wasn't caused by San Antonio defense, then you're just not being honest.
PJ Carlesimo joining us here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Of course, he won 3 rings as an assistant coach here with the San Antonio Spurs. And as a coach, if you're Mitch Johnson, what do you tell Steph Castle? Because we did have a triple-double last night, but nobody wants that third part of the triple-double to be the 11 turnovers. But his game with no De'Aaron Fox, I thought he was pretty solid last night, minus the turnovers. How do you fix that part of it in 24 hours?
Well, they'll look at tapes and they'll talk about it. You don't have to tell Stefan how many turnovers he had. He realizes that himself. But it's just you're talking an exceptional. These are the 2 best defensive teams in the league. They have more wing. I'm lumping that whole group. Anybody other than Luke and Victor and Mason and who were the other bigs on San Antonio. You take those guys at Bismarck. Everybody else under 6'10" on both teams are not good. They're exceptional defenders. There's more defenders that are quick, that are willing defenders, that have long arms, that can just guard the hell out of you. On these 2 teams, they have more wing defenders than anybody in the league. So it is a nightmare to try and handle the ball or initiate offense, particularly initiate half-court offense. That's one of the things that's why both teams, want so much to be able to get some stuff done in transition, so you don't have to go through what these guys were going through last night in terms of the turnovers. I mean, you got the 2 best teams in the league, and you had 38 turnovers in the game. So, I mean, it's a nightmare. It's not going to change. You can say whatever you want. Guys will improve. Guys will play better. But we're not looking at 9, 10, 11 turnover games with these 2 teams. There's no question about that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, PJ. And put yourself on that Oklahoma City sideline. And I look at this. We saw it in the Minnesota series as well. Guys going into the paint, and they just turn around because Wemby is standing there. Is there any way to attack Victor Wembanyama inside?
Well, I mean, there is. Alex Caruso seems to have it figured out better than anybody, but a lot of that was Victor or whomever was defending Alex in a particular possession trying to run out and close on him and take away his 3-point shot because he was shooting it so well, and that just opens up the ability to drive. And the difference when it's Victor that's doing the closeout, it's not Victor that's waiting for you at the rim. So guys are able to, get all the way to the rim. Somehow they have to get Victor where he's the guy closing out. He's not the guy protecting the basket. And that's one of the reasons there were so many good looks from the 3-point line for OKC. They didn't make any of them in the first half. They made a bunch of them in the second half. But I mean, when Victor is protecting the rim and Victor's the guy, they're trying to channel SGA too virtually on every possession. It's very difficult to do that and to get out to the 3-point shooters because they're committing at least 2 guys, sometimes 2.5 guys to SGA. So it just means somebody's going to be open if the team can pass the ball and if the team is unselfish, and OKC is both of those things.
PJ Carlesimo joining us here on the Blitz. And with that said, as simple as this sounds, with the attention that the Spurs defense is giving SGA, Mitch is playing clearly somebody else is going to beat us. And you can live as a coaching staff with Alex Caruso getting 31 points, 8 of 14 from 3, thinking he's not going to do that in 5, 6, 7 games, however long this series goes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know what it's going to be up to Mitch and Sweens in particular to figure that out. But I'll tell you what, there's a lot of options on both of these teams. Some of the so-called others didn't shoot it as well last night as they shoot it all year, and that's a concern. You know, that could be what decides the game. So, I mean, you know, on a given night, whether A.J. Mitchell's making his threes or, you know, go down the list with them, they got a slew of them. Casey Wallace, Jared McCain, Alex Caruso, Aaron Wiggins, you know, whoever the hell it is. Same thing for the Spurs. Is Devin, is Julian, is Keldon, you know, are those guys going to make their threes? Because there's going to be open threes for the way they're trying to defend. When you put a small guy on Wemby, then you need help when he does catch the ball. So there's going to be open threes to be had in this series from both teams. And I think some games may simply come down to just that. I mean, there's 18 other factors going to be in the game. But, I mean, when you focus your attention the way the Spurs are doing on SGA and the way OKC's doing on Wemby, there's going to be opportunities for other players, no question.
PJ, Chet Holmgren's catching a lot of flack on social media today and some of the national media shows. Is that warranted in your mind? Is there more that he can do if he's on Victor Wembanyama?
Well, I don't know if he what he's going to be able to do. He can make Victor work more than maybe anybody else in the league, but I think part of that's unfair. Part of it's just that was the game plan for OKC. He wasn't on Victor as much as you would normally think, you know, nor was Isaiah Hartenstein. So, you know, so much is made of the Victor Chet matchup and the way they feel about each other and all that. All I know is if I'm coaching any team in the league, those are my first two picks in terms of bigs. Like, you know, there's no other bigs. Put Nikola Jokic in there also. There's nobody else you would want to have other than those three guys. So, yeah, I think it's unwarranted. I think, unfortunately for the Spurs, Chet's going to play a lot better in the other games. But I think so much was made of this rivalry and the Spurs winning 4 out of 5 in the regular season, and everybody was wondering whether that could continue. The other thing was OKC had won 8 in a row. Can anybody beat them? So it kind of put a different look on the game one. Game one is normally you play, you see how the two teams are going to play, and you adjust from that point going forward. So I think, you know, a lot of those storylines now, forget about it. You know, do the Spurs have OKC's number? Even to an extent, they're the best matchup against OKC in the league, but I wouldn't say they have their number. Is OKC unbeatable? No, they're not unbeatable. But now you got a really good series against the two best teams in the league, and I think we'll see adjustments from each game going forward now, and I think there'll be less talk about all the, you know, matchups and the way guys feel about each other and this guy and that guy. And I just think we're going to have two teams going at each other, and there'll be different factors deciding, you know, each upcoming game.
You know, PJ, as you say that, and I find it even more impressive for the Spurs to get that win last night without De'Aaron Fox in the lineup. He'll be a game-time decision again tomorrow. Although I think the Spurs are better defensively with Dylan Harper starting last night, but they certainly need the steadiness offensively that De'Aaron Fox offers. As a coach, when you're dealing with a player like Fox and an ankle sprain. Now, if it was February, March, doesn't matter, you're out, but Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals, what goes into the decision-making on whether or not he'll be able to actually play tomorrow night in Game 2?
It's the doctors, and Will. Mitch is certainly going to have some input into it, but, you know, you just don't make those decisions. The people that have the expertise do. And what's really challenging in a series like this, you're playing every other day. You know, you wonder I think I read a Mitch quote. I've read so much material trying to get ready for the game, but I think Mitch or someone from the Spurs, I think it was Mitch, just said the reality is De'Aaron's not going to be 100% probably the rest of the playoffs. So it's just going to be a ton of De'Aaron's input, a ton of the medical people's input, and I think a little bit of Mitch input. Now, Mitch may very well be the guy protecting De'Aaron from himself when he come down to the final decision, but I just think it's going to be collaborative, and the medical people are going to have a lot more to say, and De'Aaron is going to have a lot more to say than Mitch will.
PJ Carlesimo joining us here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. PJ, obviously, you spent a lot of time here in San Antonio around Greg Popovich. When you look at Mitch Johnson, do you see similarities between the two, or are they completely different?
I think they're different. I don't think they're completely different because Mitch is so intelligent and working in San Antonio for, 9 years? I've lost track of how many years, and whether you count last year as, another year where he was an assistant. But the point was he learned a ton working with Pop, for Pop. But if anybody thinks that this team is not Mitch Johnson's team, they're out of their mind. He's done not a good job. He's done an unbelievable job. And, when you work in San Antonio, and rightfully so, the shoes or the shadows that R.C. Buford and Pop put on whoever succeeds them or works with them. But for Brian Wright and Mitch to not get a ton of credit for this, putting this team together and coaching this team, and for Mitch and his staff, they're coaching the team. There's no question about that. Did he draw a ton from working with Pop? Without question, as Brian did for working with RC. But, I mean, this team is very, very much Mitch and Brian's team and their staffs, their respective staffs. And it's really impressive to watch the job that those two, obviously by my standards, everybody's young, but those two young guys have done and are doing right now. It's incredible. I could not overstate how quickly this team has come together, and how any normal or reasonable timeline makes no sense whatsoever with what the Spurs have done. It's incredible how they've rebuilt and built this team, and how well this team is holding up in the playoffs right now.
PJ Carlesimo here on the Blitz has the call of the Western Conference Finals on ESPN Radio. I'm curious, Coach, that logo 3 that Wemby shot, the coach in your mind, what was actually going through your mind as he was pulling up and taking that 3?
Well, the reason that I'm sitting next to Kesty right now, if you listen to the radio broadcast, I'm sure you guys were watching it on TV. If you're not here, I don't know whether I'm even talking to you here in OKC or in San Antonio. I yelled out no. I said no when he shot it. I was like, what is he doing? I said the same thing. Was it A.J. Mitchell took a possession or two before it for OKC? I said, like, what is he thinking about? And that's why I'm sitting where I am, and Mitch and Victor are sitting where they are, standing where they are. It was incredible. I was shocked. It was right in front of us. I mean, literally, we couldn't have been any closer to it. It was incredible. I was shocked, and that's why Victor's Victor. Sometimes I don't like when people refer to him as an alien, but like when he took that shot last night, he was an alien. That was incredible. Phenomenal.
It was unbelievable, and you were with the rest of us because we're all saying, no, yes. So,
I didn't say yes. I try to be impartial.
I know.
I just said no. I said no because I couldn't. I said, what is he doing? And, of course, he buried it. So it's great, and it's part of the mystique, and it's part of the DNA of that young man, which is absolutely beyond belief.
All right, PJ, you've got you're coaching the Spurs. You've won a game on the road. You've got an opportunity to get 2. A lot of times teams are satisfied with that one win and they go home. How does Mitch keep the Spurs fired up and hungry to try and get a commanding lead on OKC?
That's where That's why Mitch is so special, because the buttons that he's pushing all the time to keep these guys as hungry, that they didn't get complacent when they were winning games late in the year, that they showed up night in, night out, but they go 30-4 in March or February, March, and April. He knows what it takes to keep these guys focused. There are absolutely no way they're going to be, in their mind saying, well, we got 1 out of 2 in OKC. That's all any reasonable person could want. Mitch is not a reasonable person. He's a highly intelligent guy, and he knows exactly what motivates this team, and they'll be focused. If they do not win game 2, it's not going to be because there was any complacency at all, and them being satisfied that they got one of the 2 games to start this series in OKC.
Going to be an incredible night tomorrow night. Of course, PJ and Mark Kesty, who I guess is sitting right there. And I'm just glad Kesty gets to come back to San Antonio. I know he misses the town and some of the great restaurants here. So
he loves it. He loves it.
Well, we know you do too, PJ. So we're happy you're back.
You better believe it. I'm looking forward to coming back and seeing you guys. Thank you.
Appreciate it. PJ Carlesimo here on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online, buyersbarricades.com. Like I said, tries to be impartial.
He tries. Look, he's a Spur.
And he's professional.
Of course.
And let's not forget, he was the head coach when the Sonics moved to Oklahoma City. And then Oklahoma City moved on from him.
Yep, that's very, very true. And fortunately, he spent a lot of time here in San Antonio.
3 rings.
Working closely with Greg Popovich and in that coaching staff. And he's just a great guy.
Yep.
And incredibly intelligent basketball-wise and otherwise, too. So let's talk some Spurs basketball. I know we had some folks on the phone line. If you want to grab that phone line, please do so. 656-3776, 656-ESPN. What were your thoughts last night? And, well, what do you think the Spurs, are they satisfied? Or will they play hard and try and come out of here with a commanding 2-0 lead? Let's talk about it when we continue here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Of course, game 2 tomorrow night. Best place to go watch at the Rue Pub there at 281 and Redland Road. Now, you already know the Rue Pub is the best place to watch any big game, especially with the Spurs in the postseason with those 3 massive 170-inch screens, TVs all around. But another reason to get to the Rue tomorrow night, I always tell you, go hungry. Well, Wednesday night is also steak night at the Rue Pub. That 12-ounce ribeye, all the fixings for $19.95. Then you get a great game, too. Make plans now to be at the Rue Pub there at 281 and Redland Road. If you're heading to the coast this weekend, the Blitz is going to be live Friday at the Rue Pub, Rockport. So if you're at the coast, come see us at the Rue Pub. If you're not at the coast, you know the Rue Pub this weekend is going to be the spot. And always go hungry. You know, the food is fantastic. The kitchen is open late every day with the full menu available. They have happy hour weekdays from 11 to 6. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch playoff basketball. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant, the Rue Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Rue.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
The 10-yard line, touchdown Vegas, what a wild finish!
Your home for the NFL.
Almost 90 years ago, Academy Sports and Outdoors was born right here in Texas. So we know a thing or two about a thing or two. Like beans don't belong in chili. It's called a feeder road. And how far really means how long. We've been your neighbor for generations. That's why we're adding Texas-sized deals across the store, only in Texas. If you happen to find a better price at a competitor, we'll beat it by 5%. Academy. Fun can't lose.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in San Antonio without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in San Antonio for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text FLIP to 64,000. San Antonio is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop workshop next week right here in San Antonio and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text FLIP to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text FLIP to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text FLIP to 64,000.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, get any size mattress for one low price starting at $219.99. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
Hello, I'm Ozempic. And I'm other GLP-1s, kind of like him. Hey, are you shaking a maraca?
No, I'm shaking the pill version of Ozempic, which no one should ever do except in ads like this.
A nice disclaimer.
Hey, thanks. Ask your doctor about which FDA-approved uses of the Ozempic pen or pill may be right for you. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and learn more about Ozempic semaglutide tablets, 9 milligrams, and Ozempic semaglutide injection, 2 milligrams.
There's a pill version of Ozempic.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Spurs with a 1-0 lead over the Oklahoma City Thunder in the Western Conference Finals. They'll continue this series tomorrow night. 7:30 tip-off for Game 2. By the way, Mitch Johnson said today that De'Aaron Fox will be a game-time decision. Tonight, it is Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Knicks welcoming the Cleveland Cavaliers to Madison Square Garden. Tip-off set for 7 o'clock. You can listen to it right here on San Antonio Sports Star at 6:30.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
And we're celebrating on a Tuesday afternoon here in San Antonio after the Spurs bring it home last night. 1-0 lead over the Oklahoma City Thunder. Game 2 tomorrow night, and I cannot wait already. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix, and it's just, I don't know, it's just a little brighter day, Minix.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, right?
It's a brighter day. Came up. Is that what you're saying?
The sun came up. The flowers were, blooming. And
birds were buzzing.
Yeah, my head. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, what a game last night. It may go down. Certainly, I can't remember, and I'd have to think about it, and I could be forgetting something, but it could go down as one of the best basketball games overall that I've seen in a long, long time.
Is certainly when you think about meaningful basketball. And the Spurs haven't had meaningful basketball in how long? I mean, in all reality, certainly since COVID, certainly since Wemby has been a part of the Spurs. There were some really good games against Portland, but nothing memorable. Same thing really with Minnesota. I mean, you might remember elbows and things, but in reality, the fact that Game 1 lived up to all the hype. Rarely do series live up to the hype. Now, we don't know if this series will live up to the hype, but Game 1 certainly lived up to the hype, and you had so many moments that looked like it could define Game 1. And we'll all talk about that shot. But there were other moments. In shots, that photo of Wemby with his teammates when he was just kind of taking it all in. I mean, there were, the term instant classic overused, but last night was an instant classic. Now, I don't know what the hell Mike Greenberg does at night. Now, he might have been watching hockey. There's a huge Game 7, and I know around here that doesn't mean anything. But he said this morning, he watched the game this morning, saw all these texts from all his friends, but he watched the game this morning. Now, I also know that he gets up at an ungodly hour, so maybe that's just part of his plan. The guy needs his beauty rest. But I don't know how you sleep through something like that. But there was an incredible Game 7 last night that I did not watch a second of.
Well, I hope not.
I had that game on, the second TV, and I turned it off because it was too distracting.
Of course.
Right?
And who gives a damn?
I do.
Oh, please.
Dude, I don't have a dog in the fight between Montreal and Buffalo, but that was one hell of a hockey game.
I'm sure. Yeah, well, it was one hell of a basketball game. I don't know, man. I don't know how you turn it on. I was on the edge of my seat pretty much the entire night last night, and it was just that game had more twists and turns and drama than anything. And the way Oklahoma City just kept hanging around and hanging around and hanging around. Spurs could not put them away. And obviously, we all know the result. Double overtime thriller. Wemby saves the day in the first overtime with the long three that everybody's talking about. And then, of course, they take control in the second overtime and get the dub.
You want to react to the incredible game last night, Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. You can always comment there on YouTube. We got a lame poll question you can participate in. Just go to sasportstar.com and click on through the YouTube. Or if you're on YouTube, search out San Antonio Sports Star. On Twitter, at Joe Reinagle 210. Tweet at me, at Jason Minix, or the old-fashioned way, and the phone lines are full. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Ray, you're on the Blitz. What's going on, man?
Oh, man, what a game. What a game that was last night. I love to see it. I think Oklahoma is beatable. I think the Pacers showed us that last year in the finals. Spurs are just too deep, too strong on the defensive end. I have not seen a team rotate, move around like this team does, and obviously Wemby's unstoppable defensively. Can't wait till it becomes unstoppable offensively when he gets that complete package. And I've been saying it all year, man. How about that Dylan Harper? I know he had a lot of turnovers, but I mean, who expected Dylan Harper when we drafted him to be our starting point guard in the conference finals?
Harper,
so you got to give it up for Dylan Harper.
Had one turnover last night.
Yeah, it was Steph Castle you're thinking about, who had the 11 turnovers.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Dylan Harper was sensational. He did have 7 steals last night, which is
Dude, he was intercepting passes like he was Deion Sanders.
I'm telling you, the guy was spectacular. Again, he's not going to be your starting point guard this year. When De'Aaron Fox is healthy, he'll be back in the lineup, and Dylan will most likely come off the bench. But I think there's got to be – when you talk about playing time, he had 47 minutes last night. And I just think once Fox is back, somebody's going to have to give up some minutes, and it ain't going to be Dylan Harper.
He has earned them. I mean, Carter Bryant, when he got in there, was feisty, but only for a couple of minutes. It's interesting how Mitch uses him. I don't know if there's a whole lot of trust. You saw him get mad at Carter. You saw him get mad at Keldon for some defensive lapses.
And Dylan Harper, too.
And Dylan Harper. And again, I mean, but to me, for Dylan Harper to find out right before the game, you're starting Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. It didn't look like it fazed him. I love the way he attacks the rim. The 1 of 7 from 3. Spurs won a game in which they shot 30% from 3, 13 of 43. But, man, they hit some big ones. I love the fact that Wemby last night only took 2 3-pointers. We all know which one he made. He was 1 of 2 from 3. I wish he would force a little bit more inside because I mean, he doesn't even really have to jump. Dude's playing Nerf basketball on the back of the bedroom door, it feels like half the time. Just throw it up high enough for him to get it. But you're right. When you look at this team was better defensively last night with Dylan Harper in the starting lineup than if De'Aaron Fox was there. But it was also pretty evident with Steph Castle and 11 turnovers that you need De'Aaron Fox running the point.
You do, just for organizational purposes. De'Aaron Fox, he's your quarterback, and he gets everything started. He gets everything in place. And to, Steph Castle and Dylan Harper or whomever, they're just not De'Aaron Fox. That's why the Spurs went out and got Fox, and hopefully he can play. Again, Mitch Johnson said today he will be a game-time decision, so I'm assuming he's going to be listed as questionable on the injury report when it comes out. But we'll see what happens.
The other part, something that I'm trying to digest from what PJ Carlesimo said. You look at the 11 turnovers from a Steph Castle, 21 for the team. And the Spurs average, 12, 13 a game during the regular season. But when you look at the two defenses that are playing, turnovers are just going to be part of it. So, and it's not like, the Spurs created a bunch of turnovers. I mean, Dylan Harper had 7 steals in the game. Is that a stat as a Spur fan that we shouldn't dwell on because of the defense? It's going to come with the territory?
It depends on when you get there. Look.
There were only a couple that I thought, well, that was dumb. That was a bad pass. I never once last night did I think that was a lazy pass that led to a turnover.
Well, Oklahoma City had some of those.
They did.
I can remember that. Look, Oklahoma City, in all honesty, and call it what you will, a bad shooting night, good defense, a combination of both, whatever, they're going to make more shots in game 2.
Yep.
So if you're turning the ball over, that's not a good thing. You've got to take care of the basketball the best you can. But you said it right. I mean, these two teams defensively, that first half was a defensive clinic on both sides. It was fantastic. And so you're going to have that the rest of the way. But those mistakes could come back and bite you in the butt if you continue to make them.
Back to the phone lines we go. Man M, you're on the Blitz. What's going on, man?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
Good. Hey, I actually just want to compliment something I'm not hearing too much about is Devin Vassell. I thought he was huge. Of course, played the most minutes. I called actually into the station, and I was on that. I was aboard that, trading Devin and Sohan and Keldon and all that, but he's become so solid and a big part of what the Spurs do, and that block on Chet was impressive. I just wanted to compliment Devin. Yeah, he played solid. He played, 50 minutes, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was big last night.
He was, and again, I think there are people out there, man, and you're in the category. Oh, I remember when you wanted him traded.
Yep.
At one point, yeah, because at one point, I don't know that Devin realized he was no longer the best player on this team. Mitch has got him to buy in to his role. But also, when you're looking at rebuilding and having to trade for players, if you remember, there was trade talk with, somebody like a Lauri Markkanen or, so if you're going to acquire somebody through trade, you have to give up somebody of note. You might have to give up something that you don't necessarily want to give up. And there was a time when the only real tradable piece you had was a Keldon or a Devin. It's not like we didn't love them, but the only untradeable guy on this team is Vic.
And there was a time, Jason, you remember this, where the Spurs needed an outside shooter. I think Julian Champagnie has kind of taken on that role to some extent. He could be a little more consistent for my taste. But, so you look for ways to improve your team, just like no matter what happens this year, even if the Spurs win it all, they're going to look for ways to improve the team. And sometimes that comes with trading guys you don't want to get rid of.
And again, let's go back in time when Greg Popovich traded away his favorite player in George Hill.
Yeah.
Because they were,
they traded Sean Elliott, too.
They did. But they knew he'd be coming home quickly. Joshua, you're on the Blitz. What's going on, man?
Hey, guys. After, that amazing game, and what an amazing game, and an amazing call, I had yesterday about saying the Spurs won, and I want to say after probably one of the most beautiful plays, which was the Wemby alley-hoop from Stephen Castle to kind of lock it up after the double overtime. I did submit applications to all our local TV stations to start calling weather because I'm tired of people like Bum Taylor getting this weather wrong and saying we're going to have nothing but rain all week and we get nothing but hot summer weather. So, and kind of taking time away from the amazing 2-decade sports TV show guy in Joe Reinagle, who was probably the Spurs hero by giving his Reinagle hex on the Oklahoma City Thunder. So I want to say thank you, Reinagle. I do what I can. And, hey, man, and I just want to say I'm sorry that you did kill Squirrely Dan because I did pour out a 40 for him. And that might have been Tweety Bird that was coming after you because apparently he crossed.
Yeah, we lost you, Joshua. And it sounds like you've had more than one.
Yeah, that's your phone crapping out. We're not hanging up on you. Oh, he's back.
Yeah, it sounds like you've had more than 140 today.
You didn't pour it out. You poured it down your gullet. All good. Appreciate the call.
Yeah, appreciate it. And interesting stuff. And again, there's so many moments in that game. It's very difficult to go back. I will go back to, and I loved the transparency of Steph Castle walking off the floor saying that was the hardest game he's ever played in. I mean, think about that for a minute. He goes to UConn, he wins a national championship in all of those games and all the games he's played in the NBA thus far, but last night was the toughest game he has ever played. And I think that tells you everything you need to know about how this series is going to go from here on out.
And again, I don't think that he's wrong. I appreciate the honesty, but he ain't wrong. And Oklahoma City is that good. Spurs are that good. They showed it last night. This is going to be a great series. I hope we get many more games, a total of 6. But at the same time, Spurs can't go into tomorrow night's game complacent. And again, we'll spend that tomorrow talking about it because, dude, there was so much that happened last night that I want to continue to dive into because the instant classic, that was epic all the way around. And the fact that it goes to double overtime and it was in Oklahoma City, just so many different storylines.
Well, and one storyline is one being brought up on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Spurs took 10 more free throws than Oklahoma City, and they were great at the free throw line. What a huge difference in a game that comes down to, double overtime. That's huge, and typically it's the other way around, especially when you're playing in Oklahoma City. The Thunder typically get those calls. Last night, the Spurs were the more aggressive team. Let's continue to talk about it. Lots of ways to do that, but how about the old-fashioned way? 656-3776, 656-ESPN. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast. Best way to do that, call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online, mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail. You don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, a free shuttle service. They're discreet and confidential and open 24/7. Offices all over San Antonio and Texas. Services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, celebrating on Southwest Military, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Heading to the coast for Memorial Day weekend, so is the Blitz. Join us Friday afternoon at the official grand opening of the Rue Pub Rockport. You know what will be the best place on the coast to watch Game 3, so we'll see you at the Rue in Rockport.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, Game 2. Spurs Thunder. Doubt it lives up to the Game 1 hype, but can we go up 2-0? We got a Game 1. Did the Knicks take care of business in the Garden and talk about 50 minutes of play for your favorite Spur? Are they going to be able to bounce back? So much to talk about. Get your coffee. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Oh, what a great Tuesday. As the Western Conference Finals underway, Spurs get a dub last night in Oklahoma City, lead that series 1-0. Game 2 is tomorrow, and then we'll be talking about Game 2 on Thursday when we'll be out at Tomatillo's, their brand-new location. Yep, the Blitz live from 2 to 6. It's at 11210 Nacogdoches Road. You can register to win great prizes like Rangers jerseys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star T-shirts, and much, much more. Thursday, make your plans now out at Tomatillo's newest location, 11210 Nacogdoches Road.
No, I ain't going to lie. I went there for lunch, I don't know, a little more than a week ago with Alex from our sales department, who it's inside of a gas station. So, but, man, the food was fantastic. We had some fajita tacos.
Yeah?
Oh, they had a little bit of everything.
Isn't Rudy's basically inside of a gas station, kind of? Rudy's Barbecue?
Yeah. But Tomatillo's, they have, like, I would say like we've been before, it's a restaurant. When he pulled up, I'm like, we at the right place? I didn't realize that we were going inside of a gas station.
As long as the food is good, that's all that matters.
The food is fantastic.
Well, there you go.
The food is fantastic. So that'll be a fun Thursday, and then we're going to head to the coast for Memorial Day weekend. It's planned a long time ago. So Game 3 will be at a Rue Pub, but the one in Rockport.
That's right.
And so if you already have your plans to be at the coast, come watch it with us at the Rue Pub Rockport. If you're not going to the coast, the Rue Pub at 281 in Redland Road.
Yeah, I heard rumors because she said it yesterday. Marcy Grace may be there at the Rue Pub Rockport on Friday.
She's texted me. Absolutely.
All right, good.
Yep.
Excellent. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to it.
Going to be really good stuff.
There'll be a lot of water under the bridge by the time we get to the Rue Pub Rockport.
We're drinking already.
I'm telling you, man. I'm looking forward to it. That'll be Game 3 we'll be previewing by then. Who knows what this series will look like at that point in time and what we'll be talking about.
Well, I mean, you think about what we saw last night. With what you saw from Vic, his greatest performance as an NBA player, Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, a guy that's certainly ready for the moment. Now, Pledge, your reaction there, you don't think that was the greatest game you've seen that man play?
He's had some pretty phenomenal games.
Pretty phenomenal. But like what you saw last night, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, the idea of obviously this Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals elevates it. It's not like he went for 80 on a Tuesday in December,
right?
I mean, which would be incredible, but you think about on the stage against that opponent in their building. Think about things that every time you watch that guy play, I've never seen that before. I don't know that I've ever seen a guy walk over to his bench, taking it all in, hands on hip, and his teammates on the bench are basically bowing down to him. I mean, that was just such an iconic moment. And I've seen, I don't know how many different people take that photo and make that their cover photo on Facebook and things because when do you see that? I mean, those are his teammates. Those know him best. And, they're acting like a bunch of the jackals greeting him at the airport. Oh, my God, Vic just walked over. I mean, but how iconic is that when your teammates are showing you that kind of respect? That tells you how special of a performance we saw last night.
Well, and it's not – I don't think it's just that. Certainly that's a big part of it. I just think those guys know better than any of us just how special that guy is. They get to see him day in and day out, and they know what he's like off the court. They know everything about him, and he's a special human being, obviously, both on and off the court. And so, it was a pretty iconic moment, but they know where their bread's buttered. I mean, let's face it, there's some good players on this Spurs team, but Victor Wembanyama, he's the man.
Well, and again, I mean, Dylan Harper's a rookie, and he gets to learn from a guy like Vic.
I mean, his preparation, the way he comes in the gym and just works on everything that he needs to work on. And I think just how sharp he is with everything. And everything comes out like today. Obviously, you see the big stat line and all the amazing plays he makes, but it's the little things he does every day, whether it's eating or lifting or just getting shots up that, no one don't really see, and he's kind of just one of them ones.
Yeah, well, no doubt. And look, you can tell all of those guys admire what he is able to do on the court specifically, and then they all seem very close. I mean, how many hugs did Victor give last night? I mean, I don't know how many shots there were of him hugging Carter Bryant, and he was hugging Devin Vassell, and I mean, this is a close-knit group, without a doubt.
Well, and again, what we saw last night was certainly special. We need to see more of that. And because this series, and again, game one lived up to all the hype. And if we get 7 of those, I think we're all in, especially if the result is what we saw in game one as Spurs fans.
You don't want 7 games, Minix.
No, I picked 6.
I know you did.
But again, the idea, if you think that the Spurs are going to win every game in San Antonio, I don't know that I'd put money on that. I think Oklahoma City is just as capable of getting one in San Antonio as the Spurs were able to get one there. That's why some of the YouTube comments, man, dude, we've accomplished the split. No, you haven't accomplished anything. You got game one, so yeah, you have, but you can't be satisfied with that if you're the San Antonio Spurs. The same killer instinct that we saw last night, we need to see all the time. And there's been times that we've all questioned whether this Spurs team had the toughness, had that killer instinct. I mean, they were up 10 with 10 minutes to play, and then they didn't have that lead. We saw them blow 2 fourth-quarter leads against Minnesota in the second round. There is I don't know what the issue is, but a 10-point lead isn't good enough for this Spurs team. 10-point lead with 10 minutes to go, you should win most of those games. And the Spurs lost that lead, and then they were able to get overtime and get to double overtime and finally walk out of there with the W. But in reality, we've seen this team have double-digit leads in the fourth quarter and not be able to close the deal.
You're exactly right. And if you're Mitch Johnson, I think you're preaching that, aren't you? I mean, let's face it. And I'm going to say this, and because this is the way I felt last night. Spurs were fortunate to win that game last night.
Sure.
And I say that because they're down 3 with 26 seconds left in the first overtime, and Wemby makes an incredible 3-point basket. If he misses that shot, I mean, we could be talking about a different result altogether. And so if I'm Mitch, man, I'm as happy as they are, and you want them to celebrate, but then you got to flush that thing and get ready for game number 2. And I'm hoping, and I would assume that that's what Mitch Johnson is doing, because you said it right. Spurs have done nothing yet but win one game. They got to win 3 more. And so there's a lot of work to do against a very good team. And anybody that doubted Oklahoma City, you shouldn't doubt them after seeing last night's game.
No,
I mean, they don't quit, and they've got some good players.
And I don't know anybody that would doubt the defending champs and the team that's been the best all year. Think about how great the San Antonio Spurs played from the beginning of February through the end of the regular season, and they couldn't catch those guys. Otherwise, last night would have been in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why this was the series everybody kind of hoped we would see. You wondered if the Spurs had the experience. I think at this point, is that out the window? I mean, with what they faced in round 2 against Minnesota, and maybe that's what was a little bit even more impressive last night, is the Spurs seemed to be the initiator of physical basketball last night against Oklahoma City. It's not like they were responding to the physical play. The Spurs were the physical team last night, and that certainly frustrated SGA and frustrated everybody in a Thunder uniform not named Alex Caruso.
Alex Caruso was pretty special last night. Unfortunately, you wake up this morning and, man, I had a hell of a game, but we lost.
They lost.
And that's kind of the way that it goes. But, I mean, the Spurs were phenomenal, but both teams were. This is a heavyweight fight, man. I'm telling you, this is. And it's not going to be easy. And I think we saw that. And, again, I hope we get however many we need games just like last night. They come right down to the wire because that was one of the most enjoyable games that I've sat through in a long time.
Well, and again, I'm just glad that we're on this side of it because, even SGA and talking about how impressive Caruso was last night, it doesn't mean a damn thing for the Thunder.
I can't pick either. It was a great game from Alex. Sad it went to waste. But, yeah, he played his butt off tonight. I'm proud of him. But I expect that from Alex, especially this time of year. He always brings it.
And he does, and he's been playing well in the playoffs. He's been shooting the ball well in the playoffs. So this is not something that he just did out of the clear blue sky. Of course, a performance like he had, nobody's expecting that, and I'm certainly not expecting it in Game 2 or any of the rest. But he can knock down some big threes when he has to.
Well, and isn't that part of the deal? Like, you could tell the game plan was SGA is not going to go nuts. We're gonna do everything we can to keep SGA in check as much as you can with the MVP. And those other guys, whether you're talking about Caruso or Jade, all those guys can shoot. And they didn't shoot the ball well last night for the most part, except Alex Caruso. I can live with Alex Caruso having a game like last night. He played great defense on Wemby, and obviously offensively he was knocking down three-pointers left and right. Alex Caruso kept them in the game for a long time. But if you're Mitch Johnson and that coaching staff, you can live with that, because can Alex Caruso do that 4 times that result in Oklahoma City wins?
No, but I think Oklahoma City, like San Antonio, have a lot more options than just Alex Caruso or Dylan Harper or name somebody. There's a lot of options there. It could be anybody at any time in any game. It may not be Caruso this time. Maybe Jalen Williams. It may be A.J. Mitchell. I mean, you don't know, but there's a lot of talent on that OKC team, and there's a lot of talent on the Spurs. We talked about the role players, and I think it's going to be extremely important for a role player each and every night. Wemby's going to get his. He did last night. SGA, I thought, would get his. He did not, and his teammates had to carry him. But I certainly expect better performances from SGA as we move forward, regardless of how they're covering him or what they're doing. But the role players are going to be huge in this series.
Well, and again, I think the role players are huge, and obviously the defense, as Mitch Johnson said on SGA, has to be consistent.
Yeah, we try to keep guys fresh on him and just make it hard for him. I mean, he's so dynamic, gets the spots. One of the best I've ever seen in terms of angles and being able to take up space and use your physicality against you in terms of leverage. I thought we did a good job of trying to contest without fouling and make him take tough shots. And he's going to make shots, and sometimes he misses shots. You may not have anything to do with it, but you're just trying to make them work.
And they did that. They certainly did that. And obviously that's what they did with Anthony Edwards. And it worked against Minnesota. At least in game one, it worked against Oklahoma City. So I don't see them going away from that. Try to get the ball out of SGA's hands and again, make somebody else beat you. It's a pretty good strategy in my mind.
He still took 23 shots in the game. Second most for Oklahoma City. Jalen Williams had 25, and he still made 8 of 9 free throws. And Mitch maybe being a little modest there. He was 2 of 7 from 3 as well. But I think the defense had a big part of the missed shots, more so than SGA just having an off night shooting. There were some that you felt like he had a good look and he just didn't knock it down. But you also wonder, because the way that game was going, was he rushing some of those shots when he felt like he had that little bit of space that wasn't there very often for him?
But there were some shots that he just flat out missed too. I can't remember a bad shooting night from SGA like that in a while. Credit to the Spurs defense, that's true. But playing against Wemby and the adjustments that they're going to have to make, they're going to have to do something offensively.
The second part of your question, I probably wouldn't want to say in public, just because I don't want to give any answers away.
Come on.
But yeah, it's obviously challenging. Very tall, very long, deters a lot of things at the rim. Like I said before, you got to be smart when you go in there. Be patient, but also be aggressive and don't be too timid in there. I think you get caught worrying about it too much and you lose aggression, and that's where they really a stranglehold on the game. You got to be able to be aggressive but also be smart.
And guess what? They were timid last night. I remember watching this game and watching OKC guards drive into the paint. They see Wemby standing there, and all of a sudden they do a U-turn and get out of there or pass the ball out of there. And I'm wondering, and I don't know, this could be a disastrous set of strategies, but why not try? Why not try to get Wemby in foul trouble and go to the rack, even if that man has a record number of blocks? At least you're trying something, because if you're not hitting your three-pointers or your jumpers, and that's all you've got because you won't go to the rack, then I think you're in trouble. So we'll see what happens and see if they make any kind of adjustments in that respect. But I'm looking forward to Game 2 tomorrow night. You've got some thoughts on this, and we've got, obviously, all Spurs all the time. I'm excited. I'm excited for Game 2. We will talk
Knicks,
some football.
Cavs tonight. All right, cool. We covered that. Let's move back to Spurs.
We'll do that when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hey, let me tell you about the fine folks at Connecticut Quality Water Systems. I tell you what, these people are as advertised. They say they're the best water softener in the business, and I agree with them. I certainly agree with them. I've got one. I've had it now for a while, but I tell you what, I noticed the difference right away, and you will too. In everything that you use water for, whether that's taking a shower, washing your clothes, your dishes, whatever the case may be, you're going to see the difference that a Connecticut quality water softener can make in your house. That's why they are the most popular water softener on the market, because it does what it says it does. And it doesn't run on electricity, which is kind of nice because you don't have to plug it in. So if the electricity goes out because of a storm, doesn't matter. You've still got soft water. It runs on that kinetic energy. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it doesn't matter. I know it works, and it works extremely well. And they've still got this deal going on. And I tell you what, this is a great incentive to get you a Connecticut quality water softener, a free reverse osmosis drinking station that they'll install right there at your kitchen sink. So what does that mean for you? Well, it means that you've got bottled water without the bottle right there at your kitchen sink. All you have to do is turn on the tap, and you've got fresh quality water right there. It is an incredible incentive, and it's for free for you. They're also offering you free money, 0% interest for 12 months. 0% interest for 12 months. You don't want to wait. Stop putting this off. Get it done. 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can get them online at ConnecticutSA.com. And you know the jingle, sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, Trying to find a needle in a haystack? Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. She was the sister who went unnoticed.
A daffodil might look plain next to a lily, but on its own, there is much to be admired.
Now, her greatest chapter is yet to come.
The most important thing is to be yourself.
From the world of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice comes a new BritBox original drama.
Mary, you will flourish.
Based on the best-selling novel, The Other Bennett Sister, now streaming only on BritBox. Watch with a free trial at BritBox.com.
Healthy vision is about more than seeing clearly. It's about going beyond. From comprehensive eye care with the latest technology to advanced vision solutions that provide deep insights into your overall health. And with doctors who build lasting relationships founded on trust, ensuring that every detail is taken care of. I choose Vision Source to never miss out on life's precious moments. Vision Source, beyond your eyes.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or alawyerforus.com.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in San Antonio without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in San Antonio for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text FLIP to 64,000. San Antonio is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in San Antonio and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text FLIP to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text FLIP to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text FLIP to 64,000.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the Morning Huddles. Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits 1, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits 2. Now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
It's a great Tuesday afternoon here in the beautiful city of San Antonio. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix, and celebratory mood around these parts. I'm happy about it.
Game one.
Yeah.
Game one.
So what are you saying? We should temper the celebration?
No. I mean, to a degree.
Yeah, we have 24 hours, Minnick.
That's it. We do?
Yeah, that's the rule, isn't it? 24 hours, you flush, you get ready for game two.
Is that the same in the NBA as it is in the NFL? The same in the playoffs?
I'm talking about for fans strictly.
Oh.
Now, the players, maybe they don't have that long. But for fans, I'm giving you 24 hours. So you got till about, 10:30, 11 o'clock tonight to celebrate.
Well,
then you flush it.
Flush it. And you get ready for game two.
Game two.
I'm curious how many San Antonians are going to game two. Alex from our office, he's going.
Is he really?
Yeah, he said Friday night after the Spurs won, he and a group of their friends, there's 8 of them, and they're leaving tonight. They're driving.
Oh, geez.
Oklahoma City.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, better him than me.
Well, you don't like to drive to San Marcos, so I know damn well you're not going to drive to Oklahoma City.
San Marcos? I don't even like driving into Braunfels or Bernie.
Bernie? Oh, stop.
Dude, I look, if they want to drive, that's great, fine. Well, you take a flight to Dallas and then rent a car.
Well, you would think.
Yeah, or you can fly right into Oklahoma City. They got an airport.
They do have an airport, but Southwest doesn't go direct to Oklahoma City.
Well, okay.
Have you seen flights lately?
Yeah, we're pricing flights for Vegas at Circa. It's all right. Gas is expensive for everybody.
Exactly. That's going to cost you, if you got a bunch of people pitching in, maybe it's not so bad.
Can you imagine 8 dudes in, what did he say his buddy had, an expedition or something?
Oh, my gosh.
8 dudes.
8 dudes.
8 dudes.
I don't know what it takes to get to Oklahoma City. 4 hours to Dallas?
That's about 7 hours.
About 7?
7.5.
I can't even imagine doing that. But, Alex, have a good time, buddy. That is a nice arena, I will say that. And they're building a brand new one, by the way. So, in a lot of respects, San Antonio, Oklahoma City are in the same boat. Their Riverwalk sucks. All right, they were showing pictures of that last night on the broadcast. I'm like, dude, what is it?
It's a knockoff of what we have. but I will tell you, that Bricktown area is a lot of fun.
It is.
There are some cool bars there. You know, I've got a lot of family there, and I used to have to go there as a kid to see my grandparents. And when I went last year to Oklahoma City, I was surprised. That town is all grown up now. Some decent barbecue spots, some good beer joints, and Riverwind Casino that mails me once a week. Little flyers in the mail.
They want your money.
Well, of course they do.
Sure they do.
Haven't
seen
you in a while. Come back.
You should jump in the carpool with Alex and them so you can go gamble.
No. No, last thing I want to do is get in a car with Alex and his friends. I don't know his friends. I do know Alex, but 8 hours in a car with anybody? No.
No, I'm not doing that. So I hope he has a good time. They'll enjoy it, though. Like I say, the arena there is nice. The atmosphere is good. And that place, typically, from what I remember, it's been a little while since I've covered a game there, but it's loud, it's raucous, and so they'll have a good time.
You know, it is loud in that arena. Do you have the call of the shot? Let's listen to that.
Spurs got numbers hungry now behind the plate. 5 on 4. Wemby's going to pull a deep 3.
Oh, my goodness. A logo shot.
28-footer. Ties it at 108. Timeout, Thunder.
See how quiet it got?
It got quiet, yeah.
It got quiet. Did. And that wasn't issues with NBC's audio. They had plenty of issues with their audio last night and some of those damn camera shots, but it was Wemby that hit the mute button on that crowd.
Yeah, he did, and it came down. And it reminded me a lot of that Tim Duncan, Derek Fisher stuff that we had back in the day. Place was just blowing the roof off of the then AT&T Center. And, when Derek Fisher, he went silent.
Stop it.
Silent. Crazy.
How on a day like today you want to bring up point 4?
Well, because it's similar to what happened.
It's not. I mean, it's not. We were on the other end of it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to think about
talking about
0.4 on a day like
reaction,
today.
Crowd reaction.
Again, I don't want to talk about, 0.4 today. Come on.
0.4.
0.4.
Derek Fisher.
Son of a.
That guy.
Mm-hmm.
Similarities, Minix, that's all.
Way to bring the room down, Joe.
I didn't bring nothing down. What the hell?
That's what she said.
Yeah. She didn't say that.
It's hard. Yeah, it's definitely hard.
Song you dong.
Come on.
Thanks, Jim. Oh, that awkward silence. And see, I guess I did. I thought you guys had a little thicker skin than that.
Even Marcus Floyd is texting. You want to read what Marcus just wrote?
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm not going to say that on the radio.
Why
but
not? You could say that.
It was your camera guy.
Yeah, I know, but you can say that.
So can you.
It was a punch in the nuts. It's exactly what it was. And that's I was just comparing the crowd reaction.
And why you would want to bring that up.
It's not an issue.
Well, it is.
It's not.
No.
That was way back in the dark ages, man.
Well, again, it's called a flashback for a reason. PTSD. I mean, why would you want to bring back
PTSD? Holy cow. I don't know what the Spurs win after that. 3 championships? 4, 2? Something. I can't remember exactly.
And that's one that got away.
All right. Well, there were a couple of those. If we want to go down memory lane.
We got soft in the D gap.
How about 2013? That was
seriously.
That was a punch in the nuts.
You're gonna go Ray Allen now?
That was a punch in the nuts too, wasn't it?
That was
sure
yeah,
was.
That was more like a kick with steel-toed boots.
It was.
Joe Reinagel with
Let's see what else can we bring
guys,
up.
You guys celebrate for 24
hours. How about when Manu
hours?
Ginobili broke his arm and we lost to the 8th-seeded Memphis Grizzlies? How about that?
Joe Reinagel, the harbinger of joy today.
I'm just saying.
I want you guys to celebrate for 24 hours. So let's bring up the worst moments in history after one of the best in at least.
We have
7 years.
We have to remember the bad times to enjoy the good times, Minix. That's the
What
way
are you,
it works.
a Hallmark card?
That's exactly
what the hell
right.
is that?
That's exactly right.
Really?
I remember the bad times. They were last year.
Last year?
No, it's different.
No, dude. I'm talking
bad
about
seasons and
playoff
heartbreak.
times.
Yeah.
Just because your team sucks and not in the playoffs, you kind of deal with that.
Did you go buy a shirt yet?
Maybe.
The answer is no.
I might have.
No, the answer is no.
I guess you'll find out tomorrow,
Well,
won't
no,
you?
It means he's buying it tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
tomorrow morning.
Know.
Or tomorrow morning.
Uh-huh. It won't be tomorrow morning, I can tell you that.
Tag's still going to be
so
on
if it does anything, it will be tonight.
You checking your Amazon delivery?
I wanted to get home, watch the game.
So the answer is no.
I haven't bought it yet, no. But
he's going to get it on the way home.
I've got, okay. Is there a problem with that?
No.
Tomorrow.
Oh, it was a simple question. Did you buy one? You could say, no, I'm going to do that tonight and move on.
I just said maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
You didn't want to admit that.
You could have let that go and said, okay,
because
we'll find out tomorrow.
Maybe is not an answer. It's like talking to my kid.
It's a tease, Minix.
A tease.
Tune in tomorrow to see Joe's new Spurs shirt. I'm almost.
You're finally on the bandwagon.
Here's the problem. If I wear a Spurs shirt tomorrow, and by some chance the Spurs lose tomorrow night, y'all are all going to blame me.
It's going to be your fault.
I know it.
It's going to be your fault.
So I've got a dilemma here. What the hell am I going to do?
I just find it incredible that a guy that has lived here as long as you and covered this team and actually worked for the team that you don't have a golf shirt. Rob Thompson's wearing a shirt today from the 2007 finals.
Well, good for Rob Thompson, dude. Have you seen some of Rob's other shirts? I don't have those either.
I mean, at some point, that 2007 shirt went to Goodwill for most of us.
Well, I'm just saying, I've got lots of T-shirts. I've even got jerseys. Don't have a golf shirt. Maybe I'll wear my jersey tomorrow. That'd be better off.
With the T-shirt underneath?
Well, sure.
I mean, you're not going to try to show off the guns.
Should I go, it's a black Spurs jersey. Should I go white T-shirt or black?
Black.
Yeah. I don't know if I have a black T-shirt.
Well, you've got a concert shirt.
I do have that. Maybe I'll wear maybe I'll do that. Doesn't make any difference.
As long as your money's on OKC, we'll be fine.
Well, my money wasn't on OKC last night. So there you go. Although I did, predict 7-game win for OKC, but I did that for you, Spurs fans. You're welcome.
Keep telling yourself that.
Well, that I did. I try to do my best, and I don't get appreciated. Hey, Fred telling me I'm a Debbie Downer. David Macias asking me if Game 2 is a must-win for OKC.
Well, it is.
I'm just saying. No, it's not.
It is.
It's not.
Uh-huh.
Well, apparently last night was a must-win for OKC. I want to know what Chris Broussard said today. Is OKC out of it? Is the series over?
Yeah.
It's over.
It was a lot must-win last night. The
apparently,
series is over.
According to Chris Broussard, it was an absolute, not just a must-win.
And you're getting hammered in
but
the
an
YouTube
absolute,
comments.
Dude, what else is new? Who cares?
He does have a Cowboys golf tee.
I do.
Well, he's got a lot of Cowboys gear. He's a fan.
I do have a Cowboys.
Although your Titans are going to be hosting a Super Bowl in a couple of years.
Nashville
officially got the Super Bowl in 2030.
I can't wait to go to that.
We keeping a buck right now. We ass.
I mean, your Titans won't be there.
Well, 3 years from now they might be.
Nah.
You never know. No. Cam Ward is going to. See, I like David Macias there. I need to get a crazy Hispanic Spurs fan shirt.
Squirrel.
Well, I'm just saying.
Squirrel.
You went squirrel with Nashville. I'm sticking to topic over here.
He's going to get a Spurs shirt with a squirrel wearing.
David's the one who made it. It wasn't David.
Should go to Sammy's.
David?
Get a dead squirrel run over by a car wearing a Spurs shirt.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, SGA, Wemby behind the wheel.
You guys are hilarious. Funny.
Well, we could do all kinds of
stuff.
stuff.
I'm telling you, man. You guys missed your calling, UN pledge. Should be comedians. You'd both go broke, but you should try it, I'll tell you.
What do you mean we both would go broke?
Because you're not funny, either one of you.
Really?
No.
Seems a lot of people are laughing with us really? At you.
What else is new around here?
Mm-hmm.
What else is new? That's the way we do it. We're going to talk Spurs basketball.
What is a Cowboys golf tee?
Well, I don't know what a golf tee is.
It's a polo.
Well, Gonzo says you better not own a Cowboy golf tee. I don't understand. You got a golf shirt or a T-shirt?
Well, I think he's confused.
You got a T-shirt with a collar?
I don't have a T-shirt with a collar, no. I have a long-sleeve T-shirt, though, that has the Cowboy star on it.
But no collar.
No collar.
It's called a long-sleeve tee.
I've got a Cowboys golf shirt.
I
think I got it. It was a freebie from somewhere.
Yeah.
Jerry.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Jerry.
Well, it was roundabout way.
I don't know. So the Spurs haven't given me a freebie golf shirt.
So if it's free, you'll wear it?
Of course. I'll wear it if I have to buy it. I'm telling you. I'm putting my life on the line for you guys tomorrow.
Your life.
Yeah, because I promise you. You think I'm getting hammered now? Spurs lose tomorrow night. Psh,
Joe's fault.
Screw it. It's going to be my fault. Thank you, Wemby. Screw it. I'm doing it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
What color shirt should Joe wear? That's next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Let me tell you about my good friends at Stevens Roofing. Love talking about Stevens Roofing. Great family, and a local business that has been here in San Antonio since 1983. And that ought to tell you everything you need to know about the reputation, the quality of work, all of the above for Stevens Roofing and Solar. They're just fantastic. And look, thunderstorms in the forecast again, and we've had a bunch of rain. Man, if you see something that doesn't look right on your roof, don't let it get any worse than it may be already. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar at 210-785-0994. They'll send an experienced crew out to your house. They'll inspect your roof. They'll do it for free. And they'll let you know if there's any issues up there that need to be taken care of. And, well, while they're there, have them take care of them. Why worry about it anymore? You got the absolute best in the business at your house already. They can take care of that. If you've been thinking about solar panels, by the way, Stevens Roofing and Solar does solar panels. I know a lot of you have, and summer's coming up, and it's a perfect time to get that done before the hot summer days where you can store up all of that energy. Stevens Roofing and Solar, the best in the business, 210-785-0994, or you can get them online at stevensroofing.net.
Riding I-10 with the Blitz.
100 tramps like us, baby, we were born to run.
Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list, and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic, plus get a $300 instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strokes Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing. Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at TSAOG.com.
There's only one Ozempic.
Hello, I'm Ozempic.
And I'm other GLP-1s, kind of like him. Ozempic, you redid your jingle?
Thanks for noticing. Catchy, right?
No.
Okay, then. Well, ask your doctor about which FDA-approved uses of me, the Ozempic pen, may be right for you. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and learn more about Ozempic semaglutide injection, 2 milligrams. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic.
There's only one Ozempic.
I told you it was catchy.
Heading to the coast for Memorial Day weekend, so is the Blitz. Join us Friday afternoon at the official grand opening of the Roo Pub Rockport. You know what will be the best place on the coast to watch Game 3, so we'll see you at the Roo in Rockport.
I'm U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. We all seem to be in a rush these days, from work to driving our kids around. But when you're behind the wheel, please do not speed. A few minutes saved by going faster is never worth the risk. So follow the speed limit, enjoy the drive, maybe bring some snacks for the kids, and know that along the way, you're getting quality time with your family.
Paid for by NHTSA.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit JoeGomezLaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
San Antonio Spurs will be looking for a 2-0 series lead in the Western Conference Finals when they take on the Oklahoma City Thunders in Oklahoma City tomorrow night. 7:30 tip-off for Game 2. By the way, De'Aaron Fox, a game-time decision, according to head coach Mitch Johnson. Tonight we've got Eastern Conference Finals action. Knicks, Cavs, Madison Square Garden. Tip-off at 7. You can catch it right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star at 6:30.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a Tuesday afternoon here in San Antonio, we are celebrating a Spurs win in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals Series. Hope you're having a great Tuesday out there, whatever you're doing. However you're doing it, thanks for spending a little time with us here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix.
122-115 double overtime. Spurs take Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. We're reacting with you about it. If you're watching on YouTube, you can always comment there and tune in through sasportstar.com or search out the station while you're on YouTube. Twitter at Joe Reinagle 210. Tweet at me at Jason Minix, or the old-fashioned way, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. If the Spurs go on and win the NBA Finals, that logo 3 might be the second biggest shot in Spurs history behind the Memorial Day miracle. The performance from Wemby last night was incredible, but that shot is, is poor of a decision, or was it a poor decision? I mean, you could say by the math he was trying to do the whole 2-for-1 deal, but, dude, for him to just pull up and take that 3, no, yes, is what we were all saying wherever you were watching that game.
Well, I probably was thinking that, but my mouth was open going, there's no way he's taking that shot. Mm-hmm. It's like, no way he's taking that shot. And then, well, really nothing but net. I think it just glanced off the back of the rim and then right through. You could see, just watch that again and just watch the Oklahoma City players when that ball goes through the hoop. I mean, it just their soul just came out of their body. I mean, in all honesty.
Well, even like Dylan Harper, it was like, what the hell is that guy doing?
Confidence through the roof. I was stunned a little bit. But once the ball went up, I'm like, oh, that's going in. It's kind of just who he is. I mean, he's one of a kind.
He is one of a kind, that's for sure. I hope he doesn't take a lot of those, though. I mean, I'm just saying. He hit it last night. He was in a zone. It was his night, but we could leave those long threes out of the repertoire.
I was more impressed that Wemby last night only took 2 3-pointers. He was 1 of 2. The one he made is the one everybody's talking about. I wish he was a little bit more dominant down low, and he might have to be in this series, but the dude took over in the 2 overtimes, especially the second overtime where he scored 9 of the Spurs' 14 points in that second overtime for them to get that win. And I think I'm even more impressed that the Spurs took game 1 without a De'Aaron Fox. And Dylan Harper gets the start, and he finds out when we all did. Oh, man, De'Aaron. This show ended yesterday, and De'Aaron Fox was still a game-time decision, but he had said at shoot-around he thought he was going to play. So I imagine Dylan Harper was surprised he was in the starting lineup, although he did not look like that stage was too big for him. Dylan Harper was fantastic last night. I got to say, man, I think the Spurs are better defensively with him in the lineup, but it was clear that they need De'Aaron Fox healthy if they're going to go in, because he does such a good job of steadying the offense, and the chemistry that he and Wemby have just isn't there with Steph Castle or Dylan Harper while they're trying to run that offense.
And again, if Fox is in that game last night while Caruso is on Wemby, they could have alley-ooped the Thunder to death. And it wasn't getting done. And I was wondering why they're not doing that. I mean, when you see Caruso trying to guard Wemby, it was just it's like a father-son duo standing out there. And it just, if you throw that ball up, there was nobody there. Chet Holmgren's getting clobbered today, not only on social media, but by some of the national media shows. I know Stephen A. Smith just simply clobbered him, but a lot of people are. And, you know, I don't know. PJ Carlesimo, who was on with us earlier in the show, said that was unfair. But if you're 7 feet, and I think he's 7'1", if I'm not mistaken, Chet Holmgren, so you're what, 3-4 inches shorter than Wemby, you've got to guard that man, do you not? I mean, how do you let Alex Caruso guard Victor Wembanyama?
I mean, Caruso is a solid defender, but
he's a foot shorter.
But yeah, Wemby should be able to take full advantage of that. I mean, and Chet's getting beat up. I think the best one I saw was him in his full uniform and the little wet spot where he peed himself.
Yeah.
That might have been the best one I've seen today. Although he did have that block on Wemby on what could have been a potential game-winning shot. So there were some moments last night that Chet did play well. But
there was a moment.
Well, that's it. You expect more. And the bad blood that's apparently there between Chet and Vic, and that's fine. But, this matchup is the one that we've all been eyeing for months. And the fact that game one lived up to the hype. Great game, close game, needed double overtime. And the Spurs get game one there. First playoff loss for Oklahoma City. But for them to do it without a De'Aaron Fox, but you had to have an unworldly performance out of Vic is not surprising, but it's extremely impressive. And the defense they played on SGA was extremely impressive.
Yes, getting the ball out of his hands, and that's huge. And again, they did the same thing against Anthony Edwards, and it worked to perfection against Minnesota. And last night, it worked pretty well against SGA. Minnesota and Oklahoma City, two different teams. I think Oklahoma City's got more options to go to than Minnesota did. So we'll see what happens. And again, you're talking about a really good defensive job on SGA and a game that went to double overtime. Look, these two teams are both really good. And this kind of game, these kind of games, I think we better get used to in this series. It's just a matter of who's going to make that clutch shot. Last night it was Wemby. Who will it be tomorrow?
Well, and again, you look at, SGA did finish with 24 points on 23 shots. He was 8 of 9 from the free throw line. You go back to the Kobe days and Bruce Bowen's defense. Kobe gets 30. That doesn't mean Bruce had a bad game. You always had to look at, how many shots did Kobe take? If he had 30 on 20-something shots, Bruce had a hell of a game. If he had 8 shots and had 30, then Bruce got torched. And I think last night, or when you're talking about Shea, you kind of do the same thing. You know he's going to score, but how many shots? And I thought the defense, while they did miss some that you felt like he just missed and was off, it was a big part of the defense that the Spurs were playing last night. And if you're Mitch Johnson, you're a Spurs fan, you live with what Alex Caruso was able to do. He ain't going to go 8 of 14 many times in this series. And if he does, man, tip your hat, shake his hand, and dude, because I would much rather have Alex Caruso taking all those shots. Jalen Williams, 26 points on 25 shots. You're good with that. As a Spur fan, you're good with that. You look at Vic, he had 41 points on 25 shots.
Well, and that's great, but again, and Dylan Harper chipped in too, 24 points. But if you're Oklahoma City, aren't you satisfied? You're okay with Victor getting 41 points? I mean, if he's the only one doing it, and again, Victor with a spectacular performance last night, and this was a double overtime game. So I think you can look at it both ways in that situation. I think Victor's going to get his. But if the Spurs continue to hold SGA down the way they did last night, they're going to win the series. It's just that simple. OKC's got to have SGA playing at an MVP level.
Well, and that's where, kind of like the Minnesota series that needed 6 games, you go back to game 1 and then the game that Vic got tossed, and you feel like, man, the Spurs should have won those games. 3 of their 4 wins in that second-round series were by about 30 points. You look at a game like last night, Spurs get the win, yet they were 30.2% from 3, 13 of 43. Typically, when they shoot threes below 35%, they don't win. They had a boatload of turnovers, 23 turnovers, 11 by Steph Castle.
Mm-hmm.
Generally speaking, you turn the ball over that much, combine that with piss-poor three-point shooting, you don't win a game. Yet they were able to win that game, and they didn't have a De'Aaron Fox. That makes last night's win a little bit more unbelievable and a whole lot more impressive.
Well, it's good. They did take 10 extra free throws than Oklahoma City, so, that helped. But all that tells me is San Antonio was a more aggressive team. And, the calls were not going SGA's way, but he didn't have the ball in his hands enough to get calls that he normally gets. And I think all of that is a credit to San Antonio's defense. An incredible game. I expect you kind of expect both teams to play a little bit better, maybe. Certainly the turnovers are going to be less, I would assume, if you're Steph Castle and the San Antonio Spurs. How will the officials be tomorrow night? All of those things are going to come into play, and it's going to be, it's going to be interesting. We're going to switch gears for just a minute, for just a little while, so bear with us. But don't bear with us because, well, it's Mother Football, for goodness sake. The owners' meetings are taking place right now, and there's some decisions being made, that's for sure. So Charean Williams, Mother Football for ProFootballTalk.com. She joins us next here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're having plumbing issues at the house, air conditioner issues, you know there is one company to call, and that is Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC. 210-651-5899 is the phone number, 651-5899. Residential, commercial, they are experts at worst-case scenarios. But it's not just emergency situations when you want to call Quartermoon. They've also got great maintenance programs. And because of a need in San Antonio, they've also developed something they call the Breathe Easy package. So if your house is smelling a little bit off, it could actually be your air conditioner. And what Quartermoon will do with their Breathe Easy package is they're going to deep clean that blower motor, blower wheel, and AC housing. They'll clean the coil, disinfect the inside of your AC cabinet, then install UV light to zap bacteria and other stuff that's in that unit. You're going to get cleaner air, a fresher home, and an AC system that smells like it should. So whether your house is smelling off, great maintenance programs, or obviously an emergency situation, call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC. 210-651-5899, 651-5899, or online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
Got a buddy who thinks he knows baseball? Perfect. On Rangers game days, prove it with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will launch it out of here. He hits one, you and a friend are headed to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now, you've got tickets and hotel. Yeah, you're making a night of it, and your buddy's buying the first round. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Call your shot and win the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in San Antonio without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in San Antonio for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text FLIP to 64,000. San Antonio is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in San Antonio and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text FLIP to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text FLIP to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text FLIP to 64,000.
It's Military Appreciation Month at North Park Chevy. Service members get up to $1,000 bonus cash. Got a 2026 Silverado 1500 Crew LT for $15,000 off MSRP. Drive the 2026 Colorado with 0 payments for 90 days. Or take home a 2026 Equinox LT for $26,359 with 2.9% financing. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes off Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 and Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio and have been practicing law here since 1994. And in the past 30-plus years, I've helped hundreds of San Antonians injured by negligent drivers. If you've been injured in a car or truck collision, call me, 210-900-0400. I did want to let you know of a very disturbing trend I've seen that you really need to be aware of. If an attorney or someone acting on that attorney's behalf calls you after a traffic collision, with very limited exceptions, that is called barratry or solicitation. It's a crime and is unethical under our state bar rules. Do not answer these phone calls. Do not hire an unethical attorney. Neither I nor anyone in my firm will ever call you after a traffic collision. If you need my help, And if you've been injured in a traffic collision, I think you do. You'll need to call me. My name is Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Listen to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on your Amazon or Google smart speaker and just say, Alexa, play 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Happy Tuesday. Hope everybody's feeling good. I know you are. If you're a Spurs fan, everybody's been feeling good all day. It's just one of those good days when the Spurs knock off the Oklahoma City Thunder. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Appreciate you spending a little time with us here on the Blitz 94.1. San Antonio Sports Star, I'm Joe. He's Jason.
On TV, they're doing a preview of tonight's Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Nick Scavs, you're a Wilbon this morning called it the Junior Varsity Series.
Yeah, saw
of course,
that.
Stephen A. lost his mind, and it's understandable, and I get it. I mean, if you're in New York, you're a Knicks fan, but it feels like everybody truly knows that the NBA Finals are actually taking place in the Western Conference Finals.
Well, there's no doubt. What I want to see tonight, though, Jason, in this game, and you kind of see a trend. I saw it with San Antonio in that Minnesota series in Game 1 after a long layoff. Maybe OKC after a long layoff last night. The Knicks have had a long layoff. How do they perform against the Cavaliers? And do long layoffs, are they overrated in NBA playoff basketball?
Well, and again, when you say overrated, I mean, obviously you win a series quickly, you're going to have time off. How you balance rest and rust and you're getting ready when you're playing a rhythm game. You look at the San Antonio Spurs, clearly in more of a rhythm, but the downside of playing every other day is an injury right now to De'Aaron Fox. I thought he'd be fine yesterday. In a shoot-around yesterday, he told the media he thought he was going to be good to go, and, well, he wasn't. And the injury report just came out. He's questionable for tomorrow. Now, we did hear Mitch Johnson earlier today say he would be a game-time decision again tomorrow, so no surprise that it's questionable on the injury report that comes out. But I felt like the organization maybe was surprised that he wasn't there last night. Dylan Harper acted like, dude, I'm starting, what? But he went out and played great basketball. At least for the Spurs, they'll have a plan for with or without a De'Aaron Fox. I don't know how much of a plan that they had going into last night's game, because based on when Dylan found out he was starting and what he said, I think they were as surprised. Maybe the doctors, maybe the coaching staff had something and they just didn't want to tell Dylan. So, in the morning, like, dude, you're going to start tonight, and have him nervous and thinking about it all day. Could it be one of those, all right, man, you're in and you don't have time to think and let it get in your headspace that you are starting Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals? Well,
I have to believe that for whatever meetings they had, whatever film study they had today, and I'm assuming they had that, I would think, that Dylan Harper is preparing to start.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be preparing to start. Now, it doesn't mean that he will, but I would be preparing for that, because it sounds like the ankle is a lot worse than all of us imagined at this point in time, to keep him out of the Western Conference Finals Game 1.
And, of course, Coach Mitch Johnson thrilled with what Dylan Harper did last night.
I thought it was phenomenal. I thought he was even better defensively. I think the list of guys, if you want to say how good they were, is probably even shorter, and he's on that list. And it's just been very rewarding for someone that's tried to support him through this year and help him in terms of coaching him at times and giving him guidance, of just trusting us, because he was this good 8 months ago, but we wanted him to get some corporate knowledge and learn the program and the fundamentals of this league and how tough it was, and to get in better shape, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And he watched a lot of guys in terms of his rookie class put up bigger numbers than him, and there's a lot of talk around that, and they deserved that because they had good years. But that young man is everything that everybody's seen right now.
There's no doubt about it. He has really come on, especially in these playoffs. He's been phenomenal in the playoffs, and so he's coming alive right when the Spurs need him the most. The 7 steals last night, to me, that's just impressive, man. I mean, to pick somebody's pocket 7 times, especially a team with the quality and the talent that OKC has, is just impressive.
Yeah, definitely. I think it goes with our execution, and I think my 7 steals was kind of a team thing. It was more just rotations and just, for me, beating the right spots and just letting my instincts take over.
And that's it. It was the instincts. The defensive back, if you will, the Deion Sanders. I don't know what's more impressive. You play 47 minutes of basketball as a guard. You have 7 steals. You have 1 turnover. You took 20 shots, 8 of 20, 1 of 7 from 3, but guy had the ball in his hands a lot, and he only had 1 turnover. What you saw last night from a guy that was not anticipating a start, and I do believe with what we saw last night, with Dylan Harper in the starting lineup, they are a much better defensive team. Although you need De'Aaron Fox for what he offers offensively. And I think that's something that maybe most Spurs fans haven't appreciated about a De'Aaron Fox. And during the regular season, you might not notice things like that. But it was obvious last night against a great defensive team like Oklahoma City that De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama have an incredible chemistry that just wasn't there last night with either a Steph Castle or a Dylan Harper or even a Keldon Johnson. Whoever was trying to set up Wemby, it wasn't the same as what you have with a De'Aaron Fox.
And it's funny, I mean, watching that you could tell, but I mean, even Reggie Miller and the guys on the broadcast were saying the same thing, that their offense almost looked at times chaotic to set up in the half court, and that's where De'Aaron Fox is so important because he gets things organized and he gets things set up. So hopefully he's back tomorrow night, but we'll see. Listed as questionable on the injury report right now, so we'll have to wait until the end of tomorrow's show perhaps to find out.
Well, and again, though, based on the timing, I don't know that we will, because at the end of the show yesterday, I thought De'Aaron Fox was going to play, and I was already home when the update came through that he was not going to play. And honestly, I saw that and went, well, crap, or something along those lines, yet the Spurs still won the game. And I think when you look at a no De'Aaron Fox, a gazillion turnovers, and a subpar three-point shooting effort team-wise, and you still walk out of that building last night with a Game 1 win, that's impressive.
It's huge. Obviously, to win that game is unbelievable. It's huge. Now we move on to Game 2, and that's you're going to have a little bit more of a desperate team, for lack of a better word, in Oklahoma City, and the Spurs are going to have to survive that. And look, I think let's throw playoff experience out the window. That excuse is gone. The Spurs have it. They're not afraid of the moment. They're ready for the moment, and they're playing like it. So they know how important tomorrow night's game is going to be to Oklahoma City. It needs to be just that important to them as well.
Yes, I think that he has shown poise and composure beyond his years. When you talk about whether it's the age of Steph, Dylan, and Victor, and you can throw Carter in that mix, or the experience of the other guys that haven't been in these moments. And we've said it all year, and it doesn't, again, mean that it's always going to work out, but these guys are looking forward to the moments to step into, and it's just really fun to see how together they are and how they attack it.
And again, you think about the lack of experience, but how Mitch phrased that, looking forward to stepping into those moments. And obviously a head coach has a great pulse of his team. And you can tell, we've all watched enough sports in our lifetimes. You can tell a team that really enjoys being around each other and guys that are coworkers. I felt like the Timberwolves, they all just have the same jersey on. I don't know how together they are. This Spurs team has that togetherness, that brotherhood, that they like being around each other. The video from the locker room last night, De'Aaron Fox didn't play last night, obviously, but he was talking all night. You know, he's got the the eyes of a point guard. So he was helping in whatever way he could. And in the postgame locker room, Vic stands up and he tells him to sit down. Dude, you just played 50 minutes, man. Get off your feet, right? It's just the awareness. But, and then, of course, the end, that iconic photo of Wemby walking over towards the bench and taking it all in and everybody there. I mean, you could just tell what a special group this is.
And they've been that way all year.
Yep.
I mean, they have been, and you can see the bond, certainly. There's no denying that at all. Rest, I hope that's all they did today. Tired. Wemby's played more minutes in that game last night than I think he has as a Spur. Has he not?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't ever recall Wemby playing, 49 minutes?
No, Wemby hasn't played that much. I think Devin Vassell led the team in minutes last night, and I saw a stat Twitter earlier. I don't have it in front of me, so I want to say that is the most minutes played by a Spur since Danny Green in 2014 in a triple overtime game. For Wemby, I mean, think about Wemby last night, who spent a good portion of this year on a minutes restriction, playing about 25 minutes a game. He doubled that last night.
He did.
And
he was tired.
We admitted he was tired, but as he said, he'll rest in July.
It's something, the relentlessness is built as well. First of all, the first thing is physical ability, getting stronger as the years go on. And the mental toughness, you have to have it all the time. And as you said, yes, it takes a toll, but we will rest in July.
Yeah, you know what's interesting about Wemby, and I say this, and I'm trying to be nice to Luke Cornett, but I just wonder. So 49 minutes last night. If you're in a dogfight tomorrow night, I mean, will Wemby get more minutes than that? And I say that because look, Cornett obviously is a weakness. I mean, he is, because the Thunder can do more of what they like to do. They get to the rack, they get their shots. And it was, I mean, it was so obvious last night. It was obvious in the Minnesota series as well, but not to the extent it was last night. And I just wonder how much Mitch Johnson thinks that he can push Wemby and how many minutes he can get out of him, because there are no 2 days off in this series. It's every other day. And so you don't have a lot of time to catch your breath and rest.
No, but I think this is where you've managed minutes all year. So you have a full tank of gas this time of year.
Well, let's hope so.
Because, I mean, Luke Cornett has been solid for the San Antonio Spurs, but he is what he is. And a bit of a matchup issue, obviously, with Oklahoma City. And you look at the Spurs' depth, maybe that's something they need to look at in the offseason. But for now, they're going to have to figure it out with what they have. But when Wemby is not on the floor, everybody attacks the rim. You don't even have to be a basketball genius to understand that. I mean, you know what teams are going to do. Luke knows what teams are going to do as well, but there's only so much he can do. He can't be Wemby. Hell, nobody can be Wemby. But he's been solid all year, but it does feel like in the playoffs he's getting exploited a little bit more. And as series go on, which is what is so fun about a series, unlike the regular season, you see him, and then you might see him again in a couple of months, and you don't get hours and hours and hours and hours to prep and game plan. You watch a little film, here's a game plan, and let's go play. The adjustments that are going to be made by both coaching staffs and the adjustments that they anticipate coming that they are going to prepare for. Well, what would you do in this situation? This is the chess match. And we'll find out if they're playing chess or checkers, right? And who's there. But that game won last night. And again, don't put a lot of stock in the regular season, but you look at those regular season wins. If you're Oklahoma City, you're not worried about, all right, when Wemby's off the floor, we can easily attack Cornett. But how do they figure out Wemby? How do you defend Wemby? In the regular season, they tried pushing him out. And he was knocking down threes. You can't stop him inside because clearly Chet isn't that guy. Hartenstein isn't that guy.
No.
And if De'Aaron Fox can go, I expect nothing but easy layups and dunks tomorrow night. And you could just tell from the Spurs game plan, with Vic only taking 2 3-pointers, I wish he spent a little bit more time in the paint and just play Nerf basketball, because he can do that against those guys, especially, I don't know, when Alex Caruso is guarding him.
Again, certainly a mismatch. But my point is, if Wemby's got to play 50 minutes a night, that's tough on anybody. It's going to be tough on SGA, who had to play 50 minutes a night. Look, Luke Cornett only played 6 minutes last night. And the problem, the only defect I see in the Spurs team is their depth at big man. And they've got big men, but obviously Mitch Johnson has no faith in those other big men at all, because they haven't played a lick in this thing. So that's the only thing that concerns me a little bit is the minutes and building up of the minutes for Wemby, Devin Vassell. I mean, all of these guys, they're going to have to play, and Wemby's going to have to play the majority of the game. He's going to have to. And maybe you're right, when he knocks Caruso to the ground, that was he did that on purpose to get some more rest. And maybe they're going to have to look for that kind of stuff. But Wemby's going to have to suck it up and play at least 50 minutes. Well, I say 50 minutes. It depends who it goes in the overtime. So you got a 48-minute game. He's going to have to play 46 minutes.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he played 40. And that might honestly have to be the game plan.
He better play more than 40. You're going to have Luke Cornett in there then for 8 minutes?
Well, 2 minutes at a time.
My goodness.
I mean, but it's all got to be strategic. And that's with Dylan Harper starting and no De'Aaron Fox, the Spurs bench, Keldon Johnson only played 21 minutes last night, and Mitch Johnson got mad and we never saw him again. Cornett, 9:28. Harrison Barnes only played 6 minutes.
Yep.
Carter Bryant played 13:44, blew a defensive assignment, and Mitch Johnson blew a gasket, and we didn't see Carter Bryant again. So, I appreciate what we were seeing from Mitch Johnson last night. I felt like he got a lot more TV time than he typically does, but we saw a lot more animation from Mitch Johnson. At least it felt that way. But if you've got to roll your starters that many minutes because your bench just isn't that deep, because Oklahoma City went deep in their bench, yet their star players, SGA with 51 minutes, Jalen Williams played 37, Holmgren played 40, Lou Dort played 22, and they had guys off their bench like Caruso with 31 minutes and A.J. Mitchell with 33 minutes. They were getting more production from their bench guys, so that's what they were able to roll with. The Spurs don't have that luxury.
They really don't, and that's it. And I stand corrected. Luke Cornett played 9 minutes last night.
Yeah.
So,
well, damn near 10. 9:28.
Again, but and I know we're a long way from this, and the Spurs can go on and win a championship and worry about the offseason when the offseason happens, but that's got to be a priority for this team, is to find a quality backup for Victor Wembanyama, somebody that can come in and spell this guy and not be a guy that's going to light up the other team's faces when he walks in. And so we'll see what happens. But you're right. They got to roll with what they got right now. That's just the way that it goes. I love talking about this stuff, obviously, and it's just a lot of fun, and we got a lot more of these games to look forward to. And we will do that when we return here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, Game 2. Spurs Thunder. Doubt it lives up to the Game 1 hype, but can we go up 2-0?
We got a Game 1. Did the Knicks take care of business in the Garden? And talk about 50 minutes of play for your favorite Spur. Are they going to be able to bounce back? So much to talk about. Get your coffee. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
The NFL schedule dropped and it's time to settle up. There's road trips to plan, hotels to book, tickets to split, tailgates to cover, and scores to settle. All the things for the season. But now, when you send $10 or more to a friend with PayPal by May 28th, you can win 2 tickets to every home game of your favorite team. Yep, the entire season. Visit paypal.com/P2P sweeps. No purchase is necessary. See websites for details, including how to enter by mail. Brought to you by PayPal, official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL.
We have meaningful basketball being played in San Antonio for the first time in years, and you know the Roof Hub has proven to be the best place to go watch the games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roof Hub, show up hungry. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roof Hub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Hormones can affect everything. Bad skin, bad hair, low energy, poor sleep, brain fogginess, libido, and weight gain. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we take a functional approach to your hormone problems. Eating right and exercise will not be beneficial without optimal hormone function. This goes for men and women. We do state-of-the-art testing to get to the root of your hormone issues and help you get well and stay well. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. We can help. 210-468-1891.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. We're proud to offer high-quality, rechargeable hearing aids starting at just $98. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and hear the difference today by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
The Morning Huddle.
Almost everybody on their team has a Vich or something like that in their name. They've got 3 starters: Ivasic, Stojakovic, and Merkovic. So they've got 3 Viches starting for them.
Well, I think only Virginia has as many Viches as Illinois.
Well, Illinois has more Viches coming off the bench, too. They've got another Ivasic, and they've got a Petrovic that comes off the bench. They got so many Viches.
You got Viches, I got Viches.
And, man, these Viches be ballin'. These Viches be ballin' when they play guys who don't. If you ain't got the right Viches, you're not gonna
win.
You know what Brad Underwood's gonna say to you? Vich, please.
Grab some wood, Vich.
The Morning Huddle with AJ and Rob. Weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
What a day it's been. Celebrating a Spurs win in the Western Conference Finals. Game 1, they lead that best-of-7 set, 1-0. Game 2 is tomorrow night, and we're going to have lots to talk about tomorrow for sure, but still plenty more today when it comes to, Wemby and company. I'm Joe. He's Jason.
210-656-ESPN, 656-3776 if you want to talk about last night's 122-115 double overtime win. On Twitter, at Joe Reinagle 210. Tweet at me, at Jason Minix. If you're watching on YouTube, you can comment there. We've got a lane poll question you can vote in.
Just to keep you warmed up, that's all.
SASportsStar.com. Click on through the YouTube. A lot of talk yesterday about motivation. How much would Wemby be motivated watching SGA get his MVP trophy before Game 1? And if you've seen the video, and I trust that you have, while that ceremony was going on, Wemby sat on the bench, didn't even appear to look over, didn't watch any of it. At one point, Steph Castle came and put his arm around him.
Oh.
It was sweet.
Sweet.
It was sweet. After the game, the reporters were trying to get Wemby to say all kinds of things. They asked a variety of questions about having to watch SGA get that MVP trophy.
Mitch was saying that it's a pretty natural response for a competitor to see another competitor get something that he wants, whether it's the MVP trophy or whatever it might be. I'm just curious if that was in your mind at all, knowing that Shea had got that award and you were in the top 3 for it, and, did any part of tonight feel personal? Some of your facial expressions kind of look like you were really, really going for it.
Yeah, for sure. Everything you just said.
I love that answer. That was great.
So a follow-up. What was it like to watch SGA get that thing?
Feels like I still got a lot to learn, and I want to get that trophy, many times in my career.
And you will. I don't think there's any question about that. He's destined for several MVP awards, so it's going to be interesting when that begins, and I suspect next year. But the way he answered questions, because, look, reporters, I think, are trying to get, some better answers out of him, and like they did when they asked him about the MVP award earlier this year, and he gave that response that he gave, but he didn't do it.
He didn't do it last night, but generally he does. So game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, SGA wins MVP, and Wemby was the best player on the floor last night. 41 points, 24 rebounds. I say best player on the floor, looked like the best player in the world. He was asked, do you feel like you're the best player in the world, Mr.
Do I feel
Alien?
like it right now? I feel tired. But it's not a question I'm wondering right now. We'll see, The world is 8 billion people, so it's 8 billion opinions.
Yeah, at least that many.
But
again, a great answer by Wemby there. I think it's just a great answer. He wasn't going to have it. He just came off a big win, 50 minutes. He's tired. He's ready to get the hell out of there. And
screw it.
Yeah, he's not going to expound on questions that don't matter.
Oh, but they kept asking. I mean, all right, well, Wemby, if tonight's game was a message, what was that message? It's cut 6.
The message would be that we as a team are ready to go in any environment, in any place, against anybody. And even though we still got a lot to learn, our effort should be over anybody else's. And tonight we were relentless.
Yeah, well, no doubt. And look, see, I like that message too. The message is we're ready. We don't care where we're playing, who we're playing. We're ready to go.
And it was about the team, not about him.
That's exactly right.
Uh-huh.
Congratulations.
I just saw something on Twitter that's kind of funny. Mike Finger has a great column today, as he typically does in the San Antonio Express News. Somebody retweeted it and said, another banger by Finger. And Mike said, why is that not a normal phrase?
Good question.
I mean,
I have not read that yet. Finger is he's a hell of a writer.
He is. And it's a banger of a column.
All right.
So you want to make finger bangers a thing?
I mean, why has the Express News not done more with that little play on words? Because it is true.
It is true.
It is true. His name is Mike Finger.
And his articles are bangers.
His articles are bangers.
Uh-huh.
See, like Jeff McDonald, who writes bangers left and right, he'll be on, but a McDonald's banger just doesn't sound the same.
That does not.
No.
I don't know. They make a McGangbang.
How about a McDonald's?
They do? What the hell is a McGangbang?
That's the Big Mac with I believe the fish fillet on it, or maybe it's the chicken.
The fish fillet, huh?
I didn't say it was good.
Is that like on the secret menu that you shouldn't order off of unless you're high as hell?
I guess, but who the hell would want that? That's awful.
It's the McChicken. It's the McChicken on the.
So no fillet of fish?
No fillet of fish.
What if you added a fillet of fish? What would it be called?
Disappointment there, Pledge.
Wow.
No fish in the what'd you call it? McGangbang?
McGang. Well, I think if it's a gangbang, it should be all of them: fish, chicken, beef. What else they serve at McDonald's? Bacon. Yeah, all of it. Let's all have a gangbang. I mean, what the hell? Just add it all. A little secret sauce.
Arch sauce?
Yeah.
We don't need to include arch sauce.
Little arch sauce in there. That wasn't arch sauce. It was somebody's sauce, but it wasn't Arch's. I mean, let's go. How did we find? Is there some secret website that has these menu items that nobody knows about?
Yeah,
there is.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
Where?
Well, it's on the internet. It's not really a secret, but there's all kinds of every place. Not every place. A lot of places have a secret menu.
So if I were to go up to McDonald's tonight and say I want the gangbang, they'd know what I'm talking about. Or would they call the cops?
You got to say the Mick. Otherwise, you get arrested.
The Mick.
And then you got to call AA Best Bail Bonds.
Yeah, no kidding, man. I'd be calling Albert immediately. Holy cow. Hey, what are you in for? Well, I wanted a gangbang at McDonald's.
A whole new term of the McRib.
Hey, you got to throw the McRib in there, too.
Only for a limited time.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
You got to be careful in your wording. Phrasing is everything, Joe.
It is.
Phrasing is everything.
I just don't know how much the McDonald's or name a fast food place know about this secret menu.
Well, they all do.
Are you sure?
In-N-Out has a secret menu. You can Google
In-N-Out. Yeah.
The burger place.
Yeah,
One of your favorite spots.
Yeah, it sucks.
But you know what you can't get there? A chicken sandwich or a fish sandwich. They only sell burgers.
Yeah, true.
You could Google fast food secret menus.
All right.
And your mind is going to be blown. I don't know that I would do it now. We have 7 minutes left in the show, folks. But
maybe dinner.
It might be dinner.
Give me the Mc gangbang.
Wife's out of town and Ryan wants a McGangbang.
Why not? Let's go. Let's live a little.
Yeah.
That wasn't Arch sauce. It was somebody's sauce. It wasn't Arch's.
Go check out the Taco Bell secret menu.
I'm looking at it right here, and the Incredible Hulk. Did you know Taco Bell had that? I sucked that stuff down. It's a bean and cheese burrito and guacamole. I don't see a McGangbang on the McDonald's secret menu here.
Your options for dinner tonight are either the cheeseburger from Bill Miller's or the McGangbang at McDonald's, and we need a full report tomorrow at 2:48.
Yeah, I'm not doing either one.
Well, why not?
Well, I'm not opposed to trying the burger at Bill Miller, but I'm just gonna,
I need more meat between my buns.
You're going to end up getting chicken.
That's for lunch.
At Bill Miller.
No.
Oh.
Tonight?
Yeah.
No.
What?
I'm not going to Bill Miller tonight.
Get a cheeseburger.
I don't want a cheeseburger. Maybe I'll do that for lunch.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, maybe you should buy lunch tomorrow. How about that?
You want me to buy lunch tomorrow?
Go get some cheeseburgers for all of us.
Well, Pledge bought lunch today.
No, he didn't.
Well, he was supposed to.
But he didn't.
He didn't pay you back?
No, I'm not going to ask Pledge to pay me back. That's fine.
It was his day to buy.
Well, tomorrow he can buy then. 3 cheeseburgers combos from Bill Miller.
All right. He's on.
Yeah.
He's committed.
He's not paying attention to us.
Of course he's not paying attention.
What the hell's the matter with him?
Well, he's James Pledger.
I know it.
What do you expect? It's time for our injury update powered by the Sports Institute at TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Online at TSAOG.com. Let's welcome on the Buyers Barricades guest line, Dr. Christian Balldin. And Doc, we need all the ankle expertise we can get. We don't really know what De'Aaron Fox is dealing with. He went through pregame yesterday, told reporters he thought he would play, but he was going to do warm-up a little early, and then he did not play. Mitch Johnson said as long as the season is going, he's not going to be 100% healthy. What do they need to do to get him healthy to play in Game 2?
Well, they certainly need to make sure that the training staff is working as much as they can with him, pretty much around the clock to control any swelling and make sure his pain is well controlled, and hopefully he'll be able to suit up and play in Game 2.
Dr. Balldin, when you look at the injury and just going back, and if you saw it or not, he got landed on and his ankle kind of twisted. And so I don't know if it's a full-fledged, sprained ankle or whatever the case may be. But do you think, or if it was you looking at somebody like this, would you just try to make sure that you couldn't hurt it any further? Is that a concern, you think, for the Spurs?
Oh, I'm sure it's a concern, but this is, this is do or die time, right? So they're going to have to deal with it the best they can. He's definitely not going to be 100% for the rest of the playoffs. looking at the injury itself, he's going to be dealing with it. Hopefully he can manage it, and it becomes less and less symptomatic, and he's able to progress as we advance in the playoffs here. But, it's certainly something they're concerned about getting worse. If he has another injury to it, that could definitely hold him out for maybe a couple of games.
Is this more pain tolerance than anything else?
It's really hard to say without being able to look at the MRI. There's no question there's a certain aspect of that, but he clearly has some structural damage that's going to take weeks to heal. They haven't let us know exactly what's going on. They're kind of keeping it, behind closed doors as they should. So it's hard to know. Some of it is definitely pain, but there's no question he has some structural damage there.
So, Dr. Balldin, you just from your opinion and just kind of spitballing here, even if you rested him tomorrow night and tried to get him ready for Friday, it's really not going to make that much difference, is it?
It's not going to make a dramatic difference. It's going to make a difference, sure. I'm sure an extra day without playing and stressing it is going to allow it to recover a little bit more. But, is it going to make sure he's 100% come the third game? No, I don't think so.
With an ankle like that and the ability to whatever you guys, I forget what it's called, where you get an injection and you don't really feel anything. Can you do that with an ankle? Is it safe to run around out there and not know that your foot's with you?
You can pretty much inject any joint or tissue to get the pain to go away, but that's probably not the best way to go with a lot of different injuries. So, is it one modality they might be able to decrease the inflammation with? Yes, but you don't want to just go ahead and inject, injured parts and wrap them up and then let players play on them, because then they're setting themselves up for additional injuries and more missed games and playing time.
Well, I tell you what, it is, and especially the way he plays, Doc. I mean, he's all over the place and moving from side to side. So I would assume, say it was, a Luke Cornett, it's probably less chance of him getting hurt than a guy like De'Aaron Fox, who's going to be running all over the place.
Yeah, Fox's play style is he's very incredibly shifty, very explosive. He's changing direction, the entire game versus a Ben who's a little bit more just back and forth. Not as much explosive side to side. It's definitely a little bit easier there, especially if you have a really good tape job and you can solidify that ankle. For Fox, it's really tough to play through an injury like this.
Is it one of those injuries, high ankle sprain, low ankle sprain, or just the way Mitch said it's not going away as long as we're playing? Does it feel like to you that we're talking about more than just a simple sprain?
Again, hard to tell without actually seeing the MRI or laying my hands on that ankle. But, there's no question he has a lower ankle sprain. I wouldn't be surprised if a part of the higher ankle sprain called the syndesmosis is involved to some degree, although probably not high grade, as he's, likely going to play here in the next game.
Good stuff. Dr. Christian Balldin, always appreciate the ankle expertise.
Anytime, guys. Have a good night.
Appreciate it. The injury update powered by the Sports Institute at TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine, online at TSAOG.com.
Extra Innings with Pleasure is coming up next here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Be sure and wake up early tomorrow morning. AJ and Rob, the Morning Huddle. They'll get you started at 6 o'clock, and Minix and I will be back here at 2 to get you ready for a big Game 2 in the Western Conference Finals. Till then, have a great night, everybody.
Riding I-35 with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM, Floresville, and everywhere at SASportsStar.com.